What up, gang? It's your boy, Jack Pips here, with yet another live stream for the day. Let's get this money, team. So, right now, what are we waiting for? So, we see divergence right here forming. 9:30 about to pop in. Let's see how market goes crazy. Let's go ahead and throw a line right now. All right, green followed by red candle trend line. You already know step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grab it from the last level of resistance. Let's see a breakout, and this will be our buy limit here, advanced buy limit over here, right on the nickel. Let's delete the micro pip 4, make it a 0. That's the signal call right now. It is live, so that's what we have so far. Yep. It'll probably come back down, touch these entries, and then come back up. All right, so don't spaz out if you haven't gotten an entry. I would wait and just let it hit entry. But what do I have in mind? Why is this popping to the upside? I'm sorry, gang, also for coming in like literally last minute and just as soon as market opens, I come in and I'm like, yo, this is the signal. But at the same time, you already know how we roll. All right, it's kind of easy. It's just very fast forward. But once you hit 30 pips, right, put your stop profit either at entry or at 5 pips. So if it reverses for whatever reason, then you're protecting your capital, okay? When we look to the left, there's a gap right here. Oh, right here. All right, let me show you. I got holes on my teeth. All right, here, look. That's our target profit, okay? Didn't stress me. That's what's gonna happen today, team. All right, it'll either hit this target profit by today or maybe tomorrow. But I would want to see it hitting today, which is around 50 pips, so it'd be TP2, but it will fill in that gap. The gap is being shown on the 10-minute as well. You see this gap? Let me move this. The little gap right here, that's going to be filled in today or tomorrow. I would see it going today because honestly, from here up is just 50 pips, so it's not really too much. I do see it taking off though. These are our buy limits. Now, for everyone that was on the live stream on Friday, correct? Everyone that was on the live stream on Friday, guys, I posted up the signals for the indices, right over here. Okay, this one was live. I went on buy limit, advanced buy limit. Shit took off to the moon, right? Let's see how many pips it was from our entry. Friday, 114 pips, guys. All right, no advanced entry, but from entry, it went up 114 pips. Okay, that's $114 on a 0.01 and a 0.02, right? $228. So it does change. All right, awesome. So look at this. Came into our entries, right? So don't trip, guys. This was what? This was, I think I was showing now NAS 100. So this is NAS 100 from here all the way up 115 points on NASDAQ. Okay, NASDAQ gas pack. Let's wait for it. Let's go to US 30. Let's see where US 30 is at right now. Woo. US 30 is dropping through. US 30, another beautiful call, right? On Friday, we hopped on around 10. I think I left like around 12 something, right? Then Sunday opened. Look at that Sunday open, all right? From Friday, September 3 to Sunday. September 5, all right? Friday, September 3 to Sunday, September 5. Look, boom, touched our entry, touched the advanced entry. Did it not touch the advanced entry? Let's see if it's capped. Let's see if this channel's capped. There's no cap, right? 4 wicks on our advanced entry. Then what happened? And it took off to the moon, right? So anyone that was logged in on Friday, anyone that had buy limits set in, anyone that was following through, anyone that even just put in this signal and was like, I wanted to hit more. Boom, goes down. Did it hit stop loss on our entry? No stop loss hit entry on our regular buy limit, and obviously advanced buy limit was literally boom on the nickel, touched, no drop down at all. And then our regular entry went up 150 pips, which is $150 on a 0.01, 300 on a 0.02, and our advanced entry went up 200 pips to the upside. That's $200 on a 0.01, 400 on a 0.02. US 30, guys. Yup. That's how we have it. You already know. Yup. Alright, so that was freebies for you guys. You know what I mean? Like I told you, stay logging in, stay recapping the live streams because they're gold, alright? What I launch on my live streams are amazing. Alright? You don't want to be missing out, guys, honestly. You know what I mean? Like people are charging fucking crazy ass money, a bunch of cap ass shit, fucking support and resistance signals. This shit sucks ass, alright? We're here literally daily scalping on the US 30 and hitting big money. As well, on Friday, I went ahead and gave you daily signals, all right, which you can go ahead and continue to swing hold. But these signals on Friday, again, you know what I mean? Just to pull up the fact check, because, you feel me? Look at this, bunch of people. Live technical analysis, no sound, stocks and crypto, weekly trading outlook, no signals. All right, cool. Going down. All right, right here. All right, so this was US 30. Go ahead and just pause this. Where are we? This is NASDAQ. Alright, let's go all the way to the end. I'm pretty sure that's when I was like alright, see, US 30. Alright, I was recapping the moves for the day that had happened already. There was a sell of like 200 pips, a buy up of 50 pips TP2. Look at where we put up the signal, alright? This is literally 5 minutes before I close out my live stream. US 30, 1 minute, September 3, 10 in the morning. I went off around 12. No cap, right? Live stream on point, guys. Everything's recorded. Everything's data recorded. I'm not here talking shit. I'm not here trying to sell you bullshit. I'm not here hopping on to make you lose money, right? We left around 10, right? Around here. Around 12 p.m. around here, right? It touched. Quickly went up, hit 80 pips. If you continue to have this advanced buy limit and the regular buy limit from Sunday literally through you sleeping, London session, all the way through September 6th, yesterday, Memorial Day, 145 pips on our regular entry, advanced entry 200 pips, guys, no cap. All right, US 30 dumping to the fucking floor. Let's get it. I still see this coming back and returning to that gap. On the 10-minute time frame, it's just dumping down. That's fine, guys. Keep it that way. Don't chase the trade. You see this gap? This gap right here is going to be closed in by US 30 on God. If not today, tomorrow, guys. But this shit's going to close and it's going to buy back up. You're going to want to be able to join in on this because this is already like around 250 pips to the upside back up. Guys, that's a huge blessing, all right? That's a huge blessing. And for free, you're tell me for free? Shit, you already know. What's up, my G? What's up, K General 97? Damn. All right, I didn't know my caps lock was out. Let me write that back. That looks better. What's up, bro? So here we are. Friday signals again. I went ahead and gave this out. I logged off around 12 p.m. That was the end of my day. It was great. Went down Sunday to open. Monday, literally Memorial Day, just making money for us, chilling. Buy limit up 140. Advanced limit around 200. Again, 0.01s on US 30 is $1 per pip. So that's $140. This is $200. Let's say you threw a 0.02. This is 400. This is 300, right? So on and so forth. On a 10-minute time frame, which I like to trade off, if you don't know how to set a 10-minute time frame, go over here, go all the way down, scroll all the way down where it says minutes, hours, days, weeks, months. Go to minutes, and then now you can delete this, and you could even write like 66 minutes and add it onto your time frame box, right? And now you would have the 66-minute time frame box, okay? So that's how you do that. So on the 10-minute time frame, I would want to wait to see a little bit of divergence, so a little bit up, kind of sideways, push back down, then trend line, and then boom, fill it in. Fill in this gap. That's what I want to see happen. This gap needs to be filled in, guys. This fat little piece of gap will be filled in, guys, and we will catch that. Right now, let's just be patient. Let's not jump the horse. Let's look at the other pairs, though. Let's see if JER 30 also has that gap. It has that gap, but it was filled in. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Put our drop down. Right now. All right, cool. So JER 30 did have that gap, as we can see right here, but it did fill it in already. Do you see this? All right, let me draw this little box for you. Let me draw it to the side. Do you see how price action, these candles closed up this gap? So JER 30's gap is already closed. Does that mean that it's going to keep dumping? Does that mean it's not going to come back up? I mean, I see it coming back up as well, but you see that little gap right here? It did get filled in, but US 30's gap did not get filled in, you see? US 30's gap did not get filled in. SPX 500 doesn't have that gap, but SPX 500 likes to kind of follow through with what US 30 is kind of doing, right? Most of the time, SPX 500 is US 30's little brother, and their price correlation is pretty much the same, kind of the same vibe, right? Not NAS 100 though. NAS 100, she has a mind of its own. She's on another realm, right? But SPX 500 and US 30 really do correlate in price action most of the time. I'm not going to say 100% of the time because it doesn't, but at least 80 to 85% of the time it does, right? Now we see how, again, one more time, guys. We went in, right? Live trading, live signals, live analysis. All right. Let me take off the sound. Let's go all the way to the end of my live stream on Friday. Look at SPX 500, right? S&P 500 index, 1 minute time frame. 1 minute time frame. We gave these signals. We got off around here. Look at the price structure. Look at price structure, okay? I gave the signal here. It went down. It touched. It went back up. Okay? Look, went down, came back up. All right. Now let's flick back to my actual chart. Flick down, flick back up. Look how tall it went, right? How many pips is that? That's around 200 pips. Why? Because that's 20 points, and each point in SPX 500 is 10 pips. So it didn't touch advanced entry like US 30 did, but did it actually come down, touch this entry, and walk back to the upside? Yes, absolutely, guys. All right. Again, this was what I was showing you, okay, on here. So you guys see, because a lot of people be like, oh, he's cap, or oh, well, he's scalping. How does he do it? Oh, this strategy, where did he bring it out from? I made this strategy up. Me. There's no one else that you'll see with the same strategy, okay? Nobody, no YouTube video, no other trader, nothing, no Q banks, no Thailand, nobody in IM, that's for fucking sure. These people are garbage. IML, Beyond, whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever other institution you want to say, they don't trade like me. This is a very exclusive way of trading that I made up, okay? Went to the books, figured it out, and then now I'm sharing it with y'all, right? Divergent strategy to the T, 4 steps. Right here, as we can see, look at the structure on the 1 minute. Went down, went back up, right? Went down, went back up. Then it came back down, okay? After the live stream, went back into our entries on SPX 500 on the 1 minute and took off to the roof, right? Did it not? Here was the structure I just showed you, so I don't have to go back and flick it back. So, you feel me? Because that shit's annoying. Then it came back down into our entry. Did it hit stop loss at 80 pips? Hell no. This is 80 points right here. 8 points is 80 points, all right? Did it touch stop loss? Hell fuck no. Did it go up into the moon? Hell fuck yes, right? Boom. That was another freebie that I gave on Friday. All rotating around divergent strategy, guys. It's no cap. So US 30 was a huge success. SPX 500 was a huge success. Let it load. Huge success. NAS 100 was killer, right? We went ahead and gave out the signal. It didn't come back down and give us an entry like US 30 and SPX 500 did. So that was a little unfortunate. But at the same time, look at it taking off to the upside. 114 pips from our regular entry. No advanced entry was smacked. But then again, guys, it is what it is. The other two indices did. Now, NAS 100 isn't dumping down as hard as US 30 is dumping down, right? These were our entries. So if you already caught, if you already are lock and loaded, right? Went up at least 12 pips, came back down, touched the advanced entry, went back up 20 pips. Remember, guys, once we're up 30 pips, either put your stop profit back at 5 pips, be above your entry, or at entry. So for whatever reason, if it reverses, right, you're eating 5 pips at a time. Let's say it reverses and it hits both of our, you know what I mean? It goes back, like, let's say it goes 30 pips. You're aiming for TP2 at 50. Let's say it reverses and touches 510. You're up 10 pips. You didn't lose anything on your account. And that's exactly what I tried to chase, guys. Protect your capital. Trade smart so that you keep flipping your account. All right? Trying to just hold and shit like that for TP2, TP3 without putting your stop profit at least at entry or 5 pips above. You're risking. Shit could reverse for whatever reason. News drops at 12 p.m. Or, you feel me, London session closes at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And then whatever, there's a midday reversal, it comes back down, and then you lost some money for no apparent reason whatsoever. Right now, right, in my imagination, for everyone on Friday, they're already up on their account. They've at least flipped their account, or they're up pretty good amount of pips on their account, considering the US 30 and SPX 500 signals that I gave out. Right now, this needs a little bit more time. As we can see, she continues to drop on the 1 minute time frame, but it's starting to show divergence again. Divergence, right? Divergence right here, pump fake, because it went up to the 50 and came back down for another set of divergence to find some support in this area. Let's look to the left. All right, so it crushed through the support area. Let's see. So now it's at this support area. Let's bump it to the 10 minute to see where we're at. It's grabbing support now at these levels. There's hella support here, but there's also more resistance, right? We're understanding that US 30 has been bullish since forever, and I feel like it's not going to stop being bullish until maybe possibly like beginning of winter season for us, or perhaps next year. Yes, unemployment did stop just now on Monday, I'm pretty sure. So let's see what happens with that little, you know, configuration and all the people and shit like that. But for now, I don't really see it dumping. Look at it on the daily. This shit's taking off. No matter what the fuck, even though it's showing divergence, right? Because we see divergence. We've been seeing divergence. We've been calling out that this is going to dump at some point. But it's on a very huge bullish run, right? It's going to stop. It's going to come to a halt. And at some time, it is going to dump through these levels, excuse me, and possibly even hit 33000. Okay? So around like this level right here, 33,000. That's where I see it possibly touching, maybe grabbing a little bit of support at this area, maybe having a reversal back to the upside. But till then, I see her just running bullish. Okay, she's been bullish, so doesn't really give me anything that I'd be like, oh, she's not bullish anymore. Right now she's dropping, yeah, but she's dropping to the last area of resistance. And the last area of resistance, once price passes resistance, it becomes what, guys? It becomes support. Is this Wyckoff? This is a combination of Wyckoff, divergence, smart money concept. That's the three things that I have included and support resistance into my strategy. But my strategy revolves around divergence, smart money concept, and Wyckoff. Okay? Do you trade gold? Yes, absolutely. I have gold. Yo, bro, do you trade news? No, absolutely not. I don't look at the news. Sometimes I might look at the news, right? I'll go into my Forex factory and I'll be like, all right, is it going to be a hectic day today? Is there a lot of news? But am I personally influenced by news? No, absolutely not. Divergence shows no matter what the fuck the news happening, bro. Like, literally, the world can be coming to an end. And as long as I see divergence on the chart, like we are right now, on the top side, then we know it's going to dump at some time. And that's been happening since forever, bro. Like, look, I'll show you very quickly, okay, just to talk about how it is that this strategy basically has been born, what I see, how it is that I trade it, everything else in between, okay? So no, I don't trade news in particularly, but I'm not gonna be a liar to you. I do go on my Forex Factory and I might look at, you know, the folders and be like, all right, well, is it prognosticated that it's gonna be hectic today? Is it gonna be just a normal trading day? And then beyond that, that's it. That's all I need. Now, supply and demand. As you can see, I do have, you know, supply and demand zones, which are, you know, support and resistance. But then again, I just use that as a reference to see where price might go to next. Is it going to touch what level of support? Is it going to touch what level of resistance? But I trade supply, demand, divergence with stock, support, resistance, and trend line. Awesome. So you're not that far from how I trade on my strategy. I just don't use the stock because the stock to me is, it doesn't really show me divergence as much as an RSI. The RSI is the GOAT. The goated for the divergence, bro. And I've been doing this for a long time. So, well, to me, considerably a long time. So yeah, that's how I trade it. It's with the RSI. The RSI, the 14 close. I don't really change it or modify it. Obviously, this is already modded. This shows me divergence already because I'm not drawing these lines. It does it automatically for me. But that's just, you know, that's the indicator I have right now, as well as this fractal support and resistance, and then a 200 EMA. But yeah, that's how I've been trading. And let me go ahead and show you guys just quick example. Right, so let's say back in January, February of last year, 2020, when, you know, I heard a little bit of, you know, through the grapevines, very early in January, because Europe was already, and China was announcing of the whole COVID thing and like pandemic kind of vibes and buy masks and stuff. So I got to buy masks very fucking cheap because I did it before March, right, before the madness. Now, as we can see right here from our RSI, it was showing divergence from November all the way through, okay? All the way through to February 2020. Do you see that? Do you see how it continued to drop? February 12, 2020, these mountains continued to get closer to that 50% mark. And then out of nowhere, boom, the dump happened. Why? Because divergence was showing. How would I have drawn this as my signal call? Easy. Right here, we grab it from the first point of divergence all the way through to the last point, the highest candle on the chart. As you can see, it continued to go up. Then what happened? Red followed by green trend line. Last level of support was right here. Let me draw a trend line. It wasn't valid. Why wasn't it valid? Because I was eating through some candles. So if I wasn't an aggressive trader, right, then I would have just waited, been patient for the next greens, right? Red followed by green trend line. Grabbed it from this level of support. Placed it right here. And once it dumped through, right, this right here, I would have sold big heavy, sold it all the way down. Then it showed divergence again. Look, February 27 all the way to March 20, 2020. All right, cool. So right here to right here. Throw this into a line piece. This was where it was saying, hey man, I'm oversold as heck. Buy me. But that's a trick, bro. If you're trading just off the RSI, you're always going to lose. But once you understand divergence and you know what you're doing, you wait. You understand, okay, it's oversold. Let me wait to see divergence. All right, boom, it continued to drop. This was the signal. You would have ate at least 6,000 points. That's $6,000 on a 0.01. Let's not even talk about what a standard or what a dollar would have been on. And then, right, it showed divergence. Okay, perfect. So how do you trade divergence? What's your step system? All right, I have step 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll go ahead and bring it out just to be consistent. You guys will know more or less. I have it somewhere. Hold on. Hold on, team. I think I have it on JUR 30. All right, right here. Alright, so here we are. We were marking this up, so I don't think I was using this one there. I was using this one. Alright, I was using this one. Alright, so this is our step system, y'all. Let me get the text block. Let me paste it. Let me make it smaller. It's pretty huge. Alright, perfect. So step 1, we find divergence on the indicator, right? On the RSI indicator. Step 2, we draw a trend line. Step 3, we wait for the breakout for us to execute a market execution. And then after we see the breakout and we put the market execution, we go for the advanced entry. 3 indicators and a daily trend line. Why do I have a daily trend line? We draw an overall trend line on the daily and or weekly time frame to understand the overall direction of price. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Have your 200 EMA active to guide you and show you if price is going to continue in strong direction towards your prediction. The bigger the gap between daily price action and the EMA, that means that if the candles are up here and the EMA is up down here and there's a big gap and you were buying it, it's possibly going to continue a strong indication towards a bullish direction. So the strong daily price action and your EMA, stronger the confirmation will be that price will continue in that direction. Then sometimes, right, when price is not really following divergence and it's just literally just popping off to the upside or to the downside in a very huge manner, we can draw a fib on a pullback from low to high if we're looking for buys, and from high to low if we're looking for sells, guys. That's huge key. Lots of people on this channel, even on the live streams that I've been peeping, they don't know how the fuck to use a fib. They just throw fibs around. They're like, oh yeah, this is how you use a fib. That's not how you use a fib, bro. There's a very specific way of how to use the fib, how to even tell if the fib is active or not, which is after it passes the 0.236. Let's say from low to high, we were looking for buys, okay, on this little pullback right here. From low to high, last level of support to this level of resistance. We see the pullback happen, and when it crossed over this, the 0.236 from low to high looking for buys, the fib was active, okay? Once it was active and it broke the zero, you buy. Why? Because it broke the top of the fib. Went back into your entry, 1,505 pips. That's how you use a fib, okay? I'm not going to give you 1,000 examples because I'm not here to show you 1,000 examples. I'm just here to quickly tell you how to use a fib. And if you watch anybody else using the fib wrong, well, now you know they're using the fib wrong. If you want to validate where the fuck did I learn how to use a fib from, I learned it how to use from this person right here. Because obviously I didn't make everything up in my mind. I have learned a lot from other traders as well. But the actual strategy is all mine. You will not find it anywhere else, team, and I'll bet anything on it. I'll bet all my monetary value on it. There's nobody else that does it. Hey, bro, how to draw a trend line working best? So how you actually draw a trend line, you have to draw a trend line with at least 150 candles backwards, right? You can't draw a trend line that tight, but I can't really show you how to draw a trend line in just one day. The way that I use it on my strategy is a little bit different on a traditional trend line drawing, so just stick around and you'll see how. So Kurt Cobain fib. Okay, pretty sure it was this one. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so let me go ahead and flip the screen onto this tab on YouTube so you guys can get this. Obviously, this is recorded, so everything that I'm showing you guys today, everything that I'm talking to you guys today is going to be on my live stream saved on my profile. Alright, so Curtis Cobain Trading Call Part 1. Curtis Cobain is a fucking goat when it comes to using the fib. Alright? This is how and where I learned how to use the fib appropriately and to a very, very good degree, okay? He shows you the Fibonacci retracements. If it's a reversal signal, weak trend, a normal trend, a strong trend at the 0.382, how to use it, when does it activate, how to draw it from low to high or from high to low when you're looking for sells, from low to high when you're looking for buys, when it's actually active, when it passes the 0.236. He teaches all of this, and he's a crypto trader. He's part of IML. I don't fuck with IML, but I fucked with his teachings of the Fibonacci. That's something that I grabbed from this trader, and so I'm passing it to you guys for all of you that don't know how to use a Fib, or you guys literally just log into all these bozos over here that talk a bunch of bullshit and they're not even profitable, but they just like to talk a bunch of shit and make you believe that they know what they're saying or what they're doing, but don't actually show you any proof. They don't give you live signals from a day-to-day basis. They just blah, 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 blah. And then join my premium for like $300, right? Total garbage. But, so, again, if price is just taking off in one direction, then we use the Fib. If not, we're just literally just divergence trading. So, divergence right here, sell. Divergence, buy. Where would we have drawn the trend line here? Because this is not a trend line. By no means is this right here a trend line. What I drew right here is just as a visual guidance, as a visual representation that from February 27 to March 23, 2020, it was showing divergence. So this little green line on the indicator, I like to basically replicate it here on my chart. Where do I actually draw the trend line? All right, so my trend line on my teachings is we grab it from the last level of resistance and we draw it. This is the last candle, the last red candle, right? This is lower than this candle, but it's a bullish candle. It's a green candle, so I don't count that as a red candle or as a lowest trading candle. This is our lowest trading candle. I draw my trend line after the recovery on the first red candle if I'm not eating through any information. What does this mean? This is exactly how I draw my trend line. Am I tipping through any candles? No, not really. It's tipping, but I'm not eating through a candle, meaning what? It doesn't look like this. I'm not completely piercing through bodies of candles, okay? If I put it right at the top, right kissing this red candle, I wait for the breakout of my trend line, and that's where I have my buy limit set. Boom. So this would have been the actual call. And then what? You would have became rich literally off this COVID pandemic. Guys, this pandemic has made money, worldwide money. Starbucks is off the chain. Home Depot off the chain. If we're talking about stocks, the hospital industry, they need and they profit off people coming in with COVID. Oh, you're infected. Oh, shit. Oh, you died. Well, people dying makes money. How? Well, how? In what sense? All right, let's say older generations are dying. Well, now their riches and their inheritance is being passed on to, you know what I mean, the lower generation. So their kids or the kids' kids or the cousins, or it goes back to the banks. If they were fucking lonely and they didn't have anyone, well, the banks keep the money, right? Or the government or the taxes. Now, you die. You need a coffin. You need a memorial. Flowers. A bunch of shit, guys. It's just a bunch of money. People dying equals money. Pandemic equals money. Hospitals intaking a bunch of patients and spending a bunch of oxygen, because oxygen right now they're using it 2 times to 3 times more of the normal use throughout the years, is money. Everything is money. Everything. Okay? So they've made that much money, and you would have made that much money if you understood how to trade divergence. You'd be up $13,000, right, on a 0.01 swing. All right. So now that you know just a little bit, right, we've just scraped the surface on our divergence strategy on step 1 through 4 and everything else like that. That's how I be trading. So when I give you guys a signal on the 1 minute time frame, just take it for certain that we're not capping, right? There's no cap here. So now go back to the 1 minute time frame. Let's open this up. All right, we're seeing consolidation. That's good. What's the lowest trading candle right now? That's important. Oh, one more thing. This strategy the strategy I teach, and yes, I do have a premium channel, obviously, right? You can follow me on my profile here on TradingView. I have a link on my actual bio. It's my free community, and from there you can go into my free signals. I haven't been extremely active on there, but I just came back on September. I took a little bit of a 2.5 break off my channel, TradingView, the free signal. Obviously, I continued on my premium, but I took a little bit of a break because teaching people sometimes is just a little repetitive and a little stressful, guys. It's the truth. Being a teacher is not easy, but at the same time, I'm back. And I'm back for a pretty good time again. So don't worry about it. Yes, a lot of people make lots of money due to COVID. And let's not even talk about the scammers making hella money through COVID. It's just crazy. The people that are not making money are the people that do shit the right way, basically. If y'all didn't benefit from unemployment, if y'all didn't do your little, here and there, y'all didn't make that much money, because if y'all were working through this pandemic, y'all were getting paid shit. You guys didn't get the raise because you didn't come in afterward. It's horrible, right? The people that made the money are people that stayed at home, that scammed, that did this and that, or that knew how to trade. That's the realistic part of it. All right, so US 30 dumping. Let's see the 10-minute time frame. Dumping. All right. So either by today, it'll go ahead and come back up, consolidate, show divergence, draw the trend line to come back up and hit this gap, or it'll probably be tomorrow that it'll do that, right? I wanted to continue to sell. All right, iJack Pips / Jacob, that's my real name. Why do you want it to continue to sell? All right, guys, so I wanted to continue to sell. One, because it's eating off all this liquidity, okay? Liquidity zones right here. We're talking smart money concept. Liquidity zones are here because buyers were in this market. Now it came back down. It robbed all this liquidity. Everyone's stop loss got hit that were buying. And now it's going to possibly push sideways because it's going to grab some resistance, some support at this level. I'm sorry, not resistance. It's going to grab some support at this level and then shoot back up. What are we aiming for? And why do we want it to continue to sell a little bit more, then show divergence and sell a little bit more and then come back up? Because the more it stretches out to the bottom, the bigger the return is going to be to fill in this gap. And on a 0.01, 340, or let's say even 200, 250, that's a lot of pips on US 30. So we're chilling. On the 1-minute time frame, this right here is exactly what I was trying to tell you guys with the fib. Okay? We would grab it, our fib right here, we would grab it from this area of resistance, this little area of resistance, all the way down to these wicks. Let's say that it would pull back. Let's draw it out. It would come back, right? Buy above the 0.236, and then you would see it wobble, come back down and break through. Sell immediately. Put your stop loss back at entry after it dumps down, let's say like 30 pips. Right now it's at TP2, 54 pips. You put it back at 5 pips, you're eating. Why? Because it's literally just dumping. It's like if you drop water down a hill, right? It's just going downhill. When shit goes downhill this way, just in one direction, that's when I just use the fib. And I know and I'm patient that divergence will show as well. And I'll be able to catch the reversal back up. But it's all about waiting, guys. Patience in these markets. I'm extremely grateful and happy that on Friday we were able to give these signals out. And they were beautiful signals. Beautiful. Like, shit touched, no stop loss was smacked, and it literally came up and you guys ate hella pips. Combined, these two combined was 340 pips because my regular entry was 140 and I dropped 0.01s on this because I had already ate throughout the week and I'm on Bitcoin trade, so it's not like, you feel me? I'm good on Bitcoin. I've been buying Bitcoin since 35K. I think my entries are at 35K. And that was also revolving around divergence. I dropped hella high. I dropped $5 on Bitcoin at 35,844, which was my entry. It's been circulating around 51 to 50. I'm up 73 grand on that trade, right? On a 0.01, I dropped it at 35,900 when Bitcoin was there around what? Like in, I don't remember. I think it was like around May, June, July that it just started to take off. We're up $1,400. So you feel me? That's basically, yeah. I closed out my US30 trades. I just have Bitcoin running. We took off the Friday signals, 340 pips there, and we're chilling. So here on this downfall, we see it continuing to downfall. That's fine. It continues to show divergence, so that's great. Now let's look at the other pairs. Is there any pairs that you'd like me to analyze? If there is any pairs that you'd like me to analyze, please do drop them down below, and I'm more than happy to give you an analysis on those pairs. I've been doing analysis on literally this whole line, right? All of these pairs. I did that on Friday. So if you haven't gotten to see those daily signals, I'm going to go over it today again. All right, hold on, team. Again, if this isn't, like for you, this isn't your way of trading, if you're just more of a support and resistance trader, I would still kind of like look over this divergence strategy, because at the end of the day, guys, it's something that nobody else is doing right now, like on these live streams. And, even to get someone's attention, for you to tell them, hey, can you please do an analysis on this? They'll give you like a runaround analysis, but it's not really as hardcore. All right, so US30, guys, we're just going to have to continue to wait. All right, I'd probably see that reversal happening soon, but let's just give it a good amount of time. I'm going to put a timer for, I'd say like around here-ish. Let's give it like a 15-minute timer. So we have 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do all of your pairs right now. And we have that online. SPX 500, you see kind of following the same structure as US30, which is great to see. We're also going to be giving out the signal for SPX 500 for all of those that have smaller accounts and can trade US30. Well, there's a little baby brother, SPX 500. You can trade that with $80 real USD on your brokers. US 100 kind of dropping from our actual entries. Let's go ahead and take them out, right? We're seeing the reversal happen, but let's just be patient. We're seeing the divergence be drawn, and each time this little mountain, right, is climbing upward, is scaling upward towards that 50 to finally break and then go back to the upside. We see the NAS 100 gap right here on the 1 minute time frame, which is also very clear and evident on the 10-minute time frame, as we can see. Look at that gap. All right, gaps like to be filled in the market. Market does not like having open gaps. So we're waiting for that to show. Right now, on the 10-minute time frame, you can see the divergence on actual NAS 100, something that we're not seeing on SPX or US30 just yet. Let's still be patient though, okay? We would want to go ahead and come back up and at least hit 70, 71 pips on NAS 100. All right, cool. Let me check the chat. Let's do gold. That's my first comment. Then I'm going to do Euro AUD. Perfect. I'm going to tell you the bottom for Doge. Just lost everything. Can you tell me how low Doge will dip, please? I'm really sorry to hear that, Williams, but let's go ahead and make that fucking change, bro. I don't like, people telling me, yo, I lost everything, this and that. Dogecoin is something that goes up and down, all right? There's a lot of volatility on Dogecoin, so we'll go ahead and do that too, Williams. Don't worry, bro. I got you. Hello, my friend. Please say me, what is your indicator? Thanks. Well, my indicator right now is an RSI divergence indicator. If you would really like to know, I also have it on my Friday live stream where I went ahead and dropped a little bit of, some goodies, some secrets. But I do have the support and resistance levels with these breaks. You won't find this anywhere else because unfortunately I did buy this off Fiverr off a coder or whatever the fuck you call it, a Pine editor person, and I was like, yo, make this shit for me. You know what I mean? He made it, so I bought it. I have the source script for this, so I don't really think that you'll find it anywhere else. But if you're able to, find it under the free indicators, then by all means, go ahead and do that. I have an RSI divergence indicator. I did pull this. All right. Again, everything with me is clarity, guys. I don't like to run around and try and bullshit you or try to hide shit from me because obviously I make a good amount of money, and you feel me? I just want everyone to have the opportunity. This is where I grabbed my RSI divergence indicator from. It's called RSI Divergence Indicator Strategy by Mohani Copy. Do I know who the fuck that is? No, absolutely not. I searched him up on TradingView, and honestly, I have never seen him post since like last year, so I guess he just kind of gave up or some shit. But if you look for the free indicators, again, indicators, RSI Divergence Indicator, right? Strategy. This is it right here, Public Library, RSI Divergence Indicator Strategy by Mohani. Now, is it going to look like mine? Hell the fuck no, right? It's not going to look like mine because I've modded mine with specific numbers, back testing, and a bunch of other shit. So it's going to look a bit different from mine. Unfortunately, it's going to look like this. All right, here we go. So it's going to look like that for you, right? Not like mine, and it's going to tell you these age bulls and a bunch of shit like that. If you want to know more, join my premium channel and I'll give you all how I configured it, right? All of my configurations, the numbers, the text, and everything else like that, so you can have it exactly like mine. If not, then just use this free one, right? If y'all don't have money to pay me at least $60 a month, then just figure it out on your own like I did, right? We all figure things out on our own. That's how we do it. Awesome. And I have a 200 EMA. So that's all the secrets, RSI Divergence Indicator that you could find on the free things under indicators by Mohani. My fractal support and resistance you won't be able to find because I bought that privately and I have the source script for that. So if you want that, you can join my premium and I'll give you the source script for it. And the 200 EMA, which is standard, that's free. If it is pivot indicator, say what pivot indicator. Well, I just told you what it was, so you're welcome. At least a thank you would be great. But you don't really have to thank me, bro. That shit's free, so just, put your noodle into it. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and give you guys the analysis on it. Because our shit is live trading and live analysis. So, gold. All right, let's get it. This is what I see for gold, y'all. All right, so on a long-term, on a long-term swing, this is what I'm seeing for gold. We see that gold showed divergence all the way through. Divergence. The trend line happened above these red candles. What the hell? Wait, hold on. Hold on, team. My music just stopped out of nowhere, and that is something weird. Oh. I can't think without my music. Hold on, y'all. Throw it back in here. Alright. Alright, back. Alright, good. So, as for a long-term swing on the daily time frame for gold, okay, I see the divergence happening as we saw too. We had seen divergence already to sell. It sold. These are my levels for the daily. 1806.77 will be my buy stop. Okay, right now it's not a buy limit because it's already under it. So buy stop, if you guys don't know, buy limits, buy stop, sell stop, sell limit. Your limits are when price is above your entry and you want it to come down, dip, and then reverse. A buy stop is when price is below your entry and you want it to run through your entry and go up. Okay? That's the difference. So, Right now, our buy stop would be at 1806.77, and our buy limit, our advanced buy limit, would be all the way down here at 1722.11. I see gold continuing in a bullish pattern to the upside. Is this a pullback? Yes, this is a pullback. Okay, this is my drawing. I think gold is going to continue to the upside, guys, because when we look at it from a weekly perspective, look at that drawing. Does that not look sexy to you guys? Hell yeah. I mean, that looks sexy to me. Now, if you were to go through the Wyckoff method, right, which neighbor? I'm gonna name you neighbor. All right, bro. Can you text RSI indicator once again? I'm unable to find it. Okay, Mr. Buddha. I say this indicator. Breaking out on positive divergence. Yup. Oh, QQQ's Michael. What's up, bro? Nice to see you again. All right. So, neighbor, I got you, bro. Hold on, give me a second. Bro, can you text RSI divergence? Can you text RSI indicator once again? I'm unable to find. All right, cool. I'll do it one more time. So you go here. You literally go to like built-in public library. Okay. So go to indicators. That's step one. Step two, go to public library. Then type in RSI divergence indicator strategy. All right, you can't get any more specific than that. RSI divergence indicator strategy, and you will find this one. Again, is it going to look exactly like mine? No, because I have it modded and I changed it up to like a bunch of numbers so that it can look like this. If you want that, you can join the premium. My premium members all have the same exact RSI divergence indicator as I have it, and we all move as one, as a unison, all right? It's going to look a bit different, but again, it's still manageable. It still works perfectly. It's not that far off from what I have it, and you're more than capable of using it exactly how Mohani had it intended to, for it to work for you, okay? So that's it for that. Oh, you can call me now or never. Okay, cool. Now, all right. Now, so I got you. Let's go ahead and continue the gold analysis. So on the weekly, it's looking great. I feel like it's going to continue bullish. Why is it going to continue bullish? Because it did show a great deal of divergence. It sold, came to the 50%, and it's consolidating now, right? Once it consolidates from here sideways, it's moving up to a big move. Gold is usually bullish since the origin of gold, right? Look, bullish, show divergence here. As you can see, divergence happened from here all the way through. It sold a little bit, and then it continued. Consolidation, then continued to the upside. It basically did a phase. Went up, distribution, accumulation, back up. Now, yes, we would want to see distribution happen again and kind of fall back, maybe hit this trend line, but I don't see it falling right away. I see this kind of coming back up just like it did right here. It's almost a mirror image. This right here is this right here. It'll drop down, touch. It'll drop down, touch, go back up, and then maybe we'll see it drop a little bit more, accumulate, and then push back up to new highs. Maybe even to hit 3K on gold with the incoming years, okay? On the weekly. Everything to me is like a mirror. We see the top, we see the top. We see the drop, back to the top. We see the drop, back to the top, okay? So drop back to the top, what do we see? Another drop. After another drop, we see the top. So after another drop, touch our entries, it'll go back for another top. Then we can speculate that perhaps it'll drop, accumulate in this area right here, accumulate in this area right here, and then boom, push back up to new highs. That's what I see on gold for the long term, for the daily, weekly. Now, if we were to scale down for an actual signal, right? I like to look at this under the 15-minute time frame. That's usually how I like to look at gold. All right, so just clear example right here, September 3. Let's go ahead and chart this up. September 3 to September 3. So right here shows divergence. Let's go ahead and label this top. Let's throw this into a line piece. Lower, higher, higher, lower. Okay? So now let's go ahead and complete your steps. Step 1, divergence. Step 2, trend line. Where? Red candles followed by green, trend line. Alright? That's not written on my steps because that's something that I teach on my premium channel. How it is to solidify my strategy. My strategy, when we're looking for sells, we need to wait for red candles followed by the very first green candle. That's where we draw a trend line below the wick of the green candle. Let's say let's say that price is oversold, right? At the bottom of the RSI, and we're looking for buys. We need to wait for the for the green candles followed by a red candle, and then we draw a trend line. So it's basically just vice versa. Here we're looking for the first green candle. On the bottom, we'd be looking for the first red candle to draw a trend line and wait for the breakout. Here we can see that green candle, we waited, right? It broke out right here. So this would have been our signal. Our advanced entry would have been at the 50% of this candle. Using smart money concept, I'll draw a fib, draw it right at the 50%, and voila. Have my sell limit here, my advanced, and then it popped back down for huge profits from September 3 onward. All right? That's how we use it, team. Let's go ahead and delete these. So, what's the next signal for this? Right now, we're seeing what, team? We saw divergence, we saw the sell. The sell now becomes a buy. Now is when I'm going to go ahead and show you one last thing. I do this, and I'm going to be doing this every single live stream that I go on this week, next week, indefinitely. Because teaching you guys, hold on, let me reload, make sure that I have good signal, that I'm not lagging. Perfect. We have great signal. So I'm going to show you guys the whole Wyckoff method. And I'm going to be showing you guys this every single live stream. Why so? Because it's very important. It's crucial, okay? Richard D. Wyckoff was a person who went ahead and had this method, okay? This is what we do, a yin-yang, all right? I looked at this and I said, how can I create a strategy to be able to do this and be able to know when I need to buy, when it's accumulated and it's oversold, and when I need to sell, when it's overbought and it's in distribution. Okay, so just imagine that it's oversold, showing divergence. We draw a trend line right through this little line, right? And we catch it right when it's coming up. We're in profit. We put our stop profit right here. We catch the profit. Then it's going to become overbought because it's a yin-yang effect, guys. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. In every market, there's fluctuation to the upside, downside, upside, downside. It's what happened with Bitcoin on the daily, which that's why we caught the buy. And now we're looking like it's going to sell back down to accumulate to then make all-time highs, so on and so forth. Okay, so this yin-yang right here is what I base my strategy off of. All right. Obviously, there's accumulation phase for Wyckoff. Schematic number 1 and 2. Number 1 has a spring down here, which makes the lowest low before the test, and then it just shoots up. Phase 2 doesn't have that lowest low, and it shoots up anyways. Distribution schematic number 1, as we can see, has a UTAT test up here, but schematic number 2 doesn't have the UTAT test. All right? So there's phases of distribution, phases of accumulation, and that yin-yang. All right, so that's all I had to show you. Let's go back to the charts. So now that we see, again, that concept of distribution, accumulation, the yin-yang effect, we're seeing divergence on gold, okay? If we're seeing divergence on gold, we can speculate that at some point, gold is going to want to have a reversal. It's going to accumulate to the side around over here, and then it's going to have that breakthrough. Again, I already told you on the daily, we're looking to have 1806 as our buy stop and 1722 as our buy limit. Let's go back to the 15-minute, which is where I like to analyze gold on and trade it. So we need to wait for this trend line to be broken back to the upside, shows divergence for us to take the buy call, and then perhaps go up to 1845, 1850, around here, maybe this resistance level. That's what I see on gold. So the move on gold was a sell on September 3 on the 15-minute, and I see another move happening. Is it ready yet? No, it's not ready yet, okay? On the 5-minute time frame, it showed divergence right here. It sold, right? So same thing that we're talking about on the 15-minute, then it started to show divergence, whatever, but it's not ready yet. So gold right now, I wouldn't touch it per se. Even if I was on the 1-minute time frame, maybe for a little scalp, right? It's already forming that divergence on the bottom. It formed divergence up here. It sold. It's forming divergence. It's giving us the buy signal to buy back up. I would scalp it, maybe very, very little, right? But overall, I would just want to wait and be patient on the overall 15 because the 15 has more potential of giving us more profit than a scalp on the 1-minute time frame, okay? That's my analysis on gold right now. Gold, it's showing a little bit of bearish. It's grabbing liquidity down here, smart money concept. It's going to push sideways, maybe go down a little bit lower than this. Accumulate, breakthrough, I'm going to buy it. 15-minute time frame. That's what we see happening on gold. Let's go ahead and jump from that to now Euro AUD. All right, I'm going through the comment section, guys. So if you guys have any pairs, please do drop them down below. Bro, can you tell me settings of your RSI? No, absolutely not. I'm not going to tell you the settings for my RSI. If you'd like to know the settings for the RSI, join my premium mentorship. It's $60 a month, and I'll be able to tell you the configurations and the setting for my RSI. Oh, but why? Why are you not going to? Well, because it took me hours of back testing, hours of putting my noodle to work to get it to this level. So if you can do it on your own, that's amazing. If not, just use it as Mohani had it. If not, join my premium mentorship and I'll give you all the settings. Yes, $60. Yes, $60. If you don't have that, I'm sorry. Go ahead and figure it out on your own or join the premium. Can't give it to you all, right? I'm telling you the strategy. I'm telling you how to work it. I gave you the indicator. I'm not going to spoon feed you forever, brother. You're not a baby. You're not a toddler. You're possibly a grown man. Do your work. All right? So, XAUUSD, waiting for it. Let's go ahead and down the comment section. Again, if y'all have any pairs that you would like me to live analysis for you, please do drop them down below. What pair are you trying to look for? And I'll go ahead and give you the analysis. All right, so this person, copy. Hopefully they're still online. I'm gonna do your analysis on. He already left. He's not on the stream right now, but I'm still gonna do it anyways. Maybe he might check back at a later moment. All right, so Euro AUD. It depends on what time frame he's even trading on, which kind of, that's when shit gets a little bit more elaborate. I'm not really sure what time frame he's trading Euro AUD from, and unfortunately, I think he's not even in the chat anymore because when I add him and I start to write his name, the mentorship $60 right now. That's a monthly fee, so it's a rotated monthly fee of just $60 for now until I grab a bigger group and bigger trajectory, such as our friends, on the live streams. I think like This person, the JoJo fan guy, has like 5,000 people on his like chats and shit like that. So once our chats and everything continues to grow, then our price will continue to grow. But for anyone that gets in on, let's say when I'm charging $60, it's not a change for you. Even if I change the price at a later moment, it'll continue to be $60 indefinitely. So my mentorship, $60 a month. That's how much it is. So I don't really know if this guy is here or what. I'm gonna do a daily signal for you since you're not on my stream anymore. Unfortunate. I don't know what time frame you were looking for. Alright, so, man, what the heck? Hold on, guys. Alright, so for Euro AUD on the daily, right? Because the guy's not here anymore, so I'm not really going to waste my time if you're not here, giving you a live analysis. Euro AUD was buying, okay? We saw the divergence happening. We drew the trend line. We waited for the breakout, and it bought. I also like to trade Euro AUD on smaller time frames, perhaps on the 10-minute time frame, maybe on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, as you can see, lots of trades happening, just divergence back to back to back, divergence sell, divergence buy, divergence sell, on and on forth, right? We're now on the 1 hour. If we were looking at this on the 1 hour, we saw divergence before, we saw it sell, right? Look, let's open this up. From here to the side, we saw divergence is sold. From here, we wanted to buy. It bought just a smidge, pump fake back to the downside. It wanted to grab liquidity and rob liquidity back at these levels. Now what are we seeing? Let's open up the RSI. From September 1 to September 3, we see divergence, okay? All the way through. We see a climb up, green followed by red trend line. Grab it from the last level of resistance. The first red candle. So we were looking for buys, right? So, which is our lowest trading candle? All right, let's see which is our lowest trading candle. Let's go ahead and zoom in. This is my lowest trading candle. IJack Pips, why is that lowest trading candle? Because when we look at it a little bit closer, we can see that this candle, the body closed right here at price point of 1.59375. Okay, this candle shot a wick. Yeah, it might look lower, but wicks do not count. It's the body. If the body is lower, that's what matters, okay? The 50% is our advanced entry of that lowest trading candle when we're doing this strategy. We need to wait. Lowest trading candle, green, followed by red trend line, okay? So originally, our trend line would be right here. But we're piercing through information, so that's a no-no. So we'd have to wait. Here on this green followed by red candle, we draw the trend line on top of that red wick, and we leave it there, okay? We draw a trend line. Are we eating through any information? Negative, we're not. So we see the breakout, which is our step 3. Step 1, find divergence. Step 2, draw a trend line. Step 3, wait for the breakout / market execution, okay? So market execution / buy limit would be right here, your 26 pips up. Where's your advanced entry at? Right here. So if we could speculate that it will drop down, touch our advanced entry perhaps, and then come back to the upside and continue buying, okay? Let me delete these red lines because they look a little confusing. Perfect. So that's the signal for Euro AUD for Chum. I'm here, 1 hour time frame. Awesome. Pulled you back in, my brother. So for Euro AUD, this is what I see happening, okay? That's the signal. Why? Because we saw divergence, Brody. We see divergence, bro. We already know that it's going to have a reversal. We wait patiently for step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Step 1, we found the divergence. Step 2, we drew the trend line above the red wick of the red candle, not the green ones, that don't matter. It's coming up, recovery followed by bleed out, trend line. We wait for the breakout, that's our entry. So it's here, bro. This would be your entry right here. Be patient with it for it to come down. Let's throw this into a 0 so it could be just more flush numbers, right? 1.59400, 1.601110. Okay? Now, the way that I like to do it is that on my buy limit, I'll throw a lower lot size, but on my advanced entry, I'll throw a higher lot size. So if I'm comfortable, right, with throwing, let's say, put it really easy, a 0.01 to put it in baby terms, right? A 0.01 on my buy limit, and then a 0.02 on my advanced buy limit. Okay? That's how we execute the trades. So that's what we have. On the daily, we see it raising up all the way to the upside. But do we see divergence? No. We saw divergence before, which is why I called the buy. I had the purple trend line, as you can see, piercing through. We were waiting for that buy. On the actual daily, it bought up around 850 pips. Okay, now it came back down, but I see her rising back up again. Why do we see her rising up again? Because she made the new highest high mountain. Now what I would like to see out of Euro AUD is, let me draw it out, for her to come back up and then create divergence. Would that mean that on the RSI it would go up higher than this? No. But on the actual chart, yes, it would do something like that. Before it shows new divergence, right? How would it show new divergence? Because now this tip would be higher and this tip would be lower. This tip is higher, but this tip would be lower. Higher, lower, lower, higher. Opposites. Divergence. Okay? That's when on the daily, I'd be now being like, all right, now let's draw a trend line from this level of support through. Let's wait for it to break the trend line to the downside. This would be my sell limit. And my highest tip, the green candle, would be my advanced sell limit. So sell limit here, advanced sell limit there. I would want it to reverse, touch it, and then boom, start selling. Okay? Right now, we're in the process of it perhaps pushing back up, pushing down, touching these, coming back up, showing divergence for then to sell back down. That's what I see. That's why on the 1 hour, since we saw the divergence over here, that's clear on our RSI, we're like, all right, that's good. This is the buy right here. All right, so that's your signal, bro. Is it going to continue upward? Yes, that's what I just mentioned. So yeah, is it going to come back down to these entries? I feel like it'll come back down to these entries. If it doesn't touch the advanced buy limit down here at 1.5944, 1.59400, I'm more than sure that it will touch 1.60110 and then continue to buy up. Your first level of TP would be 30 pips, 50 pips TP2, TP3 80 pips, TP4 100 pips, and then I would possibly be waiting for it to touch either this last level of support right here, because old support becomes resistance and old resistance becomes new support. So seeing that this is an old level of support, it possibly will become new resistance and you possibly will hit TP4 100 pips on this trade. How long will it take? I'm not quite sure, bro. We do not know how long trades take. On the 1 hour, we just know that it's going to eventually smack. That's your trade for Euro AUD and your signal. You will improve your trading skills with my method and my strategy. Honestly, again, there's nobody on these live streams, nobody on these live streams, nobody on TradingView, and no one on YouTube, no one on IML, no one on Beyond, no one anywhere that trades exactly the way that I do using divergent strategy, guys. I made this myself. I cater to this myself. There's nobody else right now trading the same way that I do. I promise you that. I didn't take this from anywhere else. This is exclusively from me. So please do follow my channel. Again, my ideas that I be dropping. US 30 trade idea. I threw it into a box. I said, if it breaks the box, all we have to do is wait for on the 4 hour. If price breaks the block, breaks square, and makes this move after the consolidation period to the upside, we're bullish. What happened? Go ahead and it broke our box to the upside, came back down for entry, went up on the 4 hour. You would have ate a good amount on US 30. I also gave a signal on the 15-minute time frame. We saw the gap as we're mentioning on this, on like the beginning of this live stream, where I'm telling you that US 30 is going to reverse, it's going to buy up, and it's going to close the gap. Here, from a Friday to Sunday open, it made that gap. We were like, all right, it's going to come back down. Why? Because we saw divergence. We drew the trend line, right? This is the highest trading candle. Red followed by green, trend line wasn't right. Red followed by green, trend line was just right. I drew it right below the wick. Bro, guys, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else in between, we do not change the strategy. Everything's very consistent. Okay, consistency builds confidence, because all you need to do is just let it ride. There's no variation. Okay, so we said it would. Let's go ahead and see what happened. It went up, it touched our entry, it touched our advanced entry, and then it slammed down for hella profit. JUR 30, same boat. We saw the huge gap. We saw the divergence forming. It went up. It literally right after this, right after the yellow line, which is where I posted this trade, it went up. It touched our advanced sell limit. It touched our sell limit, and it dumped down. Filled in the gap, then came back up. Then I think it sold back down. No, it continued to go up. All right, cool. But was the actual trade? Yes. It smacked. Amongst a lot of other ones. This one, unfortunately, was taken down by TradingView because I put my website on there, so I was promoting myself, and you can't do that because TradingView's like, don't do that. You know what I mean? So, whatever. That's a lesson learned. I got banned for like a week and a half. I got very frustrated with the moderators on TradingView, so I took a 2-month break, and now I'm back. All right, so now I did Euro AUD for you. We did gold. Now we did have V Williams 92866 asking us to give us an analysis on Dogecoin. He wants to know, how low will Dogecoin go? How low can you go? Can you bring it down low? All right, let's go ahead and give you that analysis. All right, so V Williams 92866. You left the stream. I'm not sure what time frame you trade Dogecoin in. Furthermore, I don't know what you were looking for other than where Dogecoin might dip to. Please come back to give me more info. If not, I'll just give you my analysis and it will be on this recorded stream for your use at a later moment. Thank you. So, P. Williams, I guess you're not here no more. You didn't have enough patience to just be around. Again, you lost everything, so I'm pretty sure you're in a state of desperation. I don't really recommend that you trade at all, at least for now, because when you're coming from a state of, when you're coming from lower vibrations of just desperation, of you losing everything and all this shit, right? It's just going to be a recipe for disaster for you to continue to lose a bunch of money. You have to be positive. You have to be hopeful. You have to come from a vibrational standpoint of gratitude, of happiness, of love, prosperity. Right? If you lost everything, it was for some sort of reason. You probably just hit this dip right here. You probably bought the dip for whatever the fuck reason you did that without seeing divergence first. Right now on the 1 hour. Right? Even on the 1 hour, you can see how this was a sell. If you were here, if you understood how to trade divergence, if you were here on the 1 hour, you would have never bought this pair. 2 days ago on September 5, you possibly bought this pair thinking, oh shit, it's going to continue to the upside, and it just dumped down and it literally destroyed your money and you lost everything. And I'm sorry to hear that, although it's a little bit funny, but I mean, to me at least. But at the same time, you feel me? If you knew how to do divergent strategy and you were up to date with it, then you would have understood that this was going for a sell. Because look, easy for everyone else on the live stream right now. Again, we're going to go ahead and do another analysis, right? So, Dogecoin USDT. What do we see it doing on the 1 hour? On our RSI. Divergence, right? This is higher, lower. Let me go ahead and label this as a visual representation of where that higher tip was. So let's go ahead and just crosshair it. It was this tip right here was this green candle was supposedly overbought as heck, right? What happened thereafter? It went ahead and dropped a little bit, went higher, but lower on the RSI. Higher, lower. All right, cool. So iJack Pips tells me to wait for the bleed out followed by recovery after divergence happens and to take it from the last level of support. Delete this because that's on my level of support. So how sexy is that, guys? All right. We're not eating through any information. We got it at the last level of support. We waited for that bleed out followed by green candle, which I sometimes call recovery, bleed out recovery candle, the wick right under the wick, and you wait for the breakout to the downside. When did it break out to the downside? Right here. Officially, this was your sell limit at 0.30 cents, 30 cents, 55 micro pips, right? At 30 cents, 55 micro pips, I was the sell. And if you would have seen this, or you would have tuned into me on Friday when we said on Friday that cryptos are approaching a reversal to the downside, then you would have been more knowledgeable about it. Right now it's at 24 cents. He's asking me, where is it going to be at the bottom, right? Because I already know where he's going through this. I can read him like a book, right? What he wants me to tell him is, where is it going to stoop down to the floor so then I could just buy and then I could hold long term? Well, buddy bucko, right? Even if you buy at the bottom, shit's still going to go up and down. You're going to want to buy when it's low and obviously sell when it's high. But how do you do that? With divergence. That's how you guide yourself better. With divergence, with my strategy. So where would I see it going down to? I would buy Dogecoin and hold now. Anything on this block piece right here from 35 to 30, I wouldn't buy. But if it stoops down to 23 cents, anywhere from 20 to 25 cents, I would buy Dogecoin. And I said that on Friday. From 20 to 25 cents, I would invest in it and I would hold long term because it is going to come back to the upside on the daily. And yes, I know that there's like a huge amount of nonsense here, but 20 to 25 cents is where I would buy Dogecoin. I've been saying that since the beginning of Dogecoin, since before this shit blew up. Now, this right here is just consolidating to the side to bring in more market, and then it is going to come back to the 70s, guys. That's what I see it happening. Is it going to happen all of a sudden? No. Okay. Is it going to come back up and show highs? Yes. I would invest in it anywhere from 20 to 25 cents. Okay. That's the signal for this guy V Williams 9286C6. Okay. You can see a dumping on the 1 hour time frame. I would wait because I would see this dumping a little bit more, then maybe going a little bit sideways, then dumping a little bit more, maybe to 21 cents, something like that, maybe 22 cents. I would wait for it to show me divergence here on the RSI on the 1 hour, and then draw my trend line, wait for the breakout, and buy it back up. That's my signal for you, all right? So this shit's dumping. I would not buy it. Do not buy it. You don't know where it's going to sell to. It's selling. So why would you buy it? You feel me? If you lost everything, bro, I don't know how you lost everything. I don't know whose signal you took. I don't know if you took your own signal. I don't know what you were looking for. And unfortunately, you're not on the live stream to tell me all this information, which is crucial for me to then be able to give you a better analysis on it. So what do I see it happening? I see it dropping a little bit more, showing divergence, and then it'll buy back up. That's your analysis on Dogecoin with the amount of information you were able to give me. Faraz, what's up, brother? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Chum, E-mini SP500. Can you analyze that one, please? All right, let's get to it. So the E-mini, I think it's right here, right? E-mini S&P. So this E-mini S&P does the same shit as SPX 500. I really don't see much of a difference. If you were to literally go flip down and up from SPX 500 and then the E-mini, the SP mini, right? Up, down, down. You see how it's the same exact chart? So whatever I'm doing on SPX 500, that's what you do for the mini, right? It's literally the information I can give you. So here on the 1 minute time frame, we were giving it 15 minutes, but then we started yapping about a bunch of signals. So so yeah, here we can see how it showed divergence. This was the lowest tip, right? The lowest bottom piece. Let's go ahead and label that as a visual representation on our chart. This is the candle. Look at the crosshair and be able to look all the way down from this candle, to the RSI, right? So look down. It's right at that tip, literally at 935. That was the lowest tip. Oh my God, it's oversold. A lot of noobs, a lot of novices, principiants, a lot of retail traders that trade the RSI and think, oh my God, it's oversold. Boom, they buy and then they lose a bunch of money because price continued to dump. Why? Because it wasn't ready yet. It was going to show divergence. So from here all the way to here to 10:12 in the morning, we can see how price dumped, and this was the lowest trading candle. Now it's starting to recover, correct? Okay, so from the level, right, even right here, without eating through any candles, let's see, green followed by red, trend line. So this is the first red candle. Are we eating through candles? Yes. So is this a valid trend line? No. Let's put it on the top of the second red candle, right? All right, are we eating through anything? Well, it's a little bit of a corner piece right here. That's not too much of a big deal. So if you'd like, you can keep it right there. If you're a little bit more on the OCD level, well, then you can just pick the third candle, right? Right on top of that wick, kissing that candle. You wait for the breakout. The breakout happens when? Let me teach you guys, all right? So right here, when the body of the whole candle went above the trend line, that's when it breaks. It doesn't break here, all right, when it tips through, like it's just tipping through the trend line. That's not a breakout of trend line. This is a breakout of trend line. When the whole body goes up, that's where you go ahead and put your buy limit, okay? So that's your buy limit on SPX 500 on the 1 minute time frame. If you were to have had it from here, where did it break out officially? This red candle broke out officially. So your buy limit would have been here. Okay? Where's your advanced buy limit? The lowest trading candle, you throw a fib on it from wick to wick. And then you drop to 50%. That's your advanced. So once we had the breakout of market of the candle to the upside, that's where you throw it. This would have been your market execution. Then on your 0.01 lot size, then you would have thrown an advanced buy limit, right? So you would have, boom, all right, my buy limit 4515, lot size 0.02, and how much time did it give you? Okay, so it broke out. You did the buy limit. You're in the market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. It touched your advance, and now you're in profit. Okay. Now, when it hits TP1, 30 pips from your buy limit, which is what? 3 points. As you can see here on the little bit of the right here, that's 30. That's 30 pips. Okay. If you were to throw a 0.01 lot size on SPX 500, you would have made $3. If you throw $1 on SPX 500, depending on your leverage, my leverage is usually 1 to 500, you would have made $30, right? So when it hits TP1, you're putting your stop profit at literally 5 pips above that. Okay? If your advanced buy limit would have hit already around 80 pips on the wick. If not, TP2 at 50 pips. And 50 pips plus 30 pips is already 80 pips made this morning on SPX 500. If you hit TP2 on both of these trades, that's 100 pips. You're already eating a lot of money, right? Does anyone know on the chat how much your daily trader shoots for pips? A daily trader, right, or an intraday, a scalping trader, most traders basically worldwide, they shoot to make 50 pips a day. Some people are happy with 20 pips. Some people give you a fucking live call or a signal on these like bozo streams, and they're like, oh, we hit 20 pips. All right, we hit. Like, so you have to throw a really high lot size for you to even make some money off that, right? That's the differences, all right? So divergence strategy to the T. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're drawn out for you guys. Literally, look. Oh, sorry, I had copy and pasted his name so I wouldn't have to type it. LOL. Let's go back to US 30. Hold on. I'm going back to US 30 to be able to grab the text. I have it somewhere. Alright, don't have it here. They don't have it on US 30. Alright, so grab this text, copy it. Let's go back to the E-mini. Go back to the 1 minute. Go to S&P. Sorry, I didn't draw it on E-mini. Go to text. Paste it. 14. That's it right here. Draw 1, find divergence. We found it. Step 2, draw a trend line. I already taught you how after the recovery first bleed out candle on the top of the wick. If you're eating through information on the second red candle, if you're eating through on the third red candle. All right. Wait for the breakout market execution. We already talked about what an actual market breakout is. When the candle body of the candle breaks through the trend line. That's the market execution. That's the breakout. Immediately after, we're doing the advanced entry. I already taught you how to do the advanced entry. Literally, everything I teach on my premium, I'm telling you on the free so that you guys can make some money. After you make some money, you join my premium mentorship, and then we continue to rock it together and rock these charts week to week consecutively, okay? So right after this, we do the advanced entry. How the advanced entry? The fib from wick to wick on the lowest trading candle, or if we are looking for sales on the highest trading candle, 50% advanced. That's how you grab it. And that's it. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 3 indicators guiding us and 4 steps to the strategy. And literally, guys, that's it. No news. I don't look at any other trader. I don't care what the fuck they're saying or what they're doing. I don't look at anyone else's live stream. I don't trade off support and resistance. I just use that as a reference to see where liquidity might be taken at this level of support or at this level of resistance. That's it. I wish it was more complicated. I've said this, like 2 months and a half ago to most of the people. I'm like, I wish it was more elaborate. I wish it was more complicated so that people could be like, wow, shit. He's like Einstein. But is trading supposed to be complicated, or is trading supposed to be simple? Right? A lot of people like to make this shit super complicated, throw a bunch of fucking words that are complicated, just a bunch of shit. And honestly, like, at the end of the day, it's hard to learn. It confuses the fuck out of you. It takes you longer to learn something. And it's not even that profitable because it doesn't even work that much. So yeah, that's all I can say, bro. So for the E-mini, that's what we see. It does exactly what this does on the 10-minute time frame. I'd be wanting for this to kind of push a little bit sideways and push a little bit further down lower and then have those limits in. These limits are in from last time, which I would use as my buy stops because I know that price is going to come back to 45.50. I see TP being 45.50 long term. I'm going to draw this yellow. And I'm going to leave it there. Again, this stream is recorded. So everything that I'm talking about right now will be able to be viewed at a later moment. And on God, I will pull this back up like in 2 days from now and be like, you see where I told you to buy? You see where I told you to have the take profit? Again, once you have these buy limits and these buy stops, when you're up on the trades, protect your capital. Put your stop profit either at entry or at 5 pips above your entry if you're at TP1. If you're at TP2, 50 pips, then your stop profit's at 10 pips. Let's go at it from the beginning. Once you hit TP1 at 30 pips, you put your stop profit either at entry or at 5 pips above your entry. Once you hit TP2 50 pips, you're at 10 pips above entry or at entry. Once you hit TP3 80 pips, you're 15 pips above entry or at entry. Once you're at 100 pips, you're 20 pips above entry or at entry. Stop profit. Always and forever using this strategy. Why? Because it's better to eat little crumbs. If you're greedy and you're not happy with 30 pips, it's better to eat crumbs and protect the capital than to be jeopardizing the money that you're trying to trade with and you're trying to flip. That's the smartest shit ever. And honestly, it is the best advice that I can give every single one of you, even if you don't use this strategy. Even if you go on in yourself and you never log back on the stream, on my live streams. Protect your capital, guys. Protect your capital. 5 pips at a time, even if you take, let's say, 25 fucking trades in a week or two, right? 25 trades times 5 pips is 125 pips. You're still moving your account little by little. It's not what you would want it to move because everyone wants to become rich overnight. But this is a process. You need to raise your vibration. You need to meditate. You need to believe in yourself. You need to have trust in yourself. You need to be in love with drawdown. Because a lot of people see drawdown. A lot of people go into these entries and be like, oh my God, I'm in drawback. Oh my God. And then they close their trade because they're like, nah, it's not going to go my way. Nah, you don't believe. And then what happens? You wait like a day or two, and then now all of a sudden, this shit is all the way up. And if you would have just held and not taken your trade out early when it was in drawback, you would have actually made money. You would have actually been a profitable trader. So, yes, the strategy's fire. Yes, you can just run off the strategy. But the problem is, there's more to it than just the strategy. The strategy's fire. It's going to make you money. But are you going to bring at it from a really high vibrational point? Are you going to bring it from a standpoint of you knowing that you're going to make money? That you knowing that you're going to hit TPs? That you knowing that you're confident, that you're trustworthy, that you're radiating light? That's the only reason why I come up on these streams and I tell you, and I'm super confident. I'm like, look, these are the signals. This is the strategy. This is my entries. And again, we did this on Friday. We did this on Friday, team. We were on Friday. I guess I can't go backwards no more. That's weird. All right, no problemos. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Hold on, team. And again, if you haven't gave me a follow just yet, please do follow me on my profile so that you're able to tune in to everything we have going on. All right. Now, here, all right, here we did do streams, right? We promised that in the month of September we're gonna be live streaming mostly every single day. Now on Friday, September 3, Mustache was looking on point, but I gave you guys signals for the indices under the 1 minute time frame. US 30, look at this market structure, okay? It went up from there, it came back down, touched their buy limit, touched their advance, and went up 200 pips on our advance, and our regular buy limit, it went up 140 pips. No cap, same shit. I went on, I'm the one giving you guys the signals. I'm the one with confidence, radiating light, trustworthy, confidence in my own strategy and what I made for you guys and what I made for myself. Because first and foremost, I made the strategy for me to make money, to have breakthroughs, to be in an economical standpoint that I've never been in before, to not have to be following another trader and trying to suck his penis because if he doesn't tell me the signal, I'm not confident in myself to be able to trade on my own. No, guys, you guys have to be confident to be able to trade on your own following someone's strategy. Because if it's not able to work for you using their strategy, then their strategy is inconsistent and it's horseshit. Okay? If you're not able to replicate what your mentor or what the strategist or what the trader is doing, and it does not work for you like it works for them, then there's some inconsistency. He's hiding some shit from you. It's not going to work out the same, and your trust and your confidence in the market is never going to be the exact same as his. And what does that make? That makes a dependency of you and the trader. So if you're not paying him $300, which by the way, my mentorship is $60 a month. So it's not even that price fee, right? If you're not paying this, this trader $300, $150 a month for him to be giving you the signals, then you're not confident. And what I tell my people, and obviously, God forbid, I'm still very young, ranging in at 26 years old, but if I were to die or if I were to, for whatever reason, stop, right? I would want you guys to be given the tools to continue without me. I want to build traders. I want to build consistency. I want to build your confidence. I don't want to be giving you signals and be spoon feeding you forever. I'm not here to cater to babies. Y'all are grown men. grown individuals with your own mindset. I want you guys to be able to cater to your own time, to be able to trade on your own frequency, and to just take off. To see that trading is not a codependent relationship. You guys can do this. I believe in you as I believed in myself. So these streams right here, these are my 2 little streams. They'll be up for 30 days. I'm going to try and start to be able to find out the way to be able to publish it on my YouTube channel, so it could be a little bit of a longer time instead of just 30 days. But yeah, that's the facts, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's my goals, is to be able to make independent traders, and as well for us to have a trading family. Trading together is better than trading alone. Sometimes when you're trading alone, you might have a little bit of doubt, you might have a little bit of this and that. But if we're on the same trading group, if we're on the premium chat, if we're all seeing the same thing, and we're all trading the same exact strategy to the T, like, that's it. We're on the same boat together. And that's what I'm trying to build, guys. Yes, it's going to take me a little bit of time. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue. I know that the traders will come. My people will come for me. The people that are destined to be around my circle and around my life will be brought to me naturally. And you guys, you're going to have a change of life, honestly, just as I have. It's a huge blessing. But I'm not here trying to show off with the chains, with the watches, with my car, with my house, with my vacations, with drinking fucking shots in Mexico and flexing like 20 bands and shit like that on a cam. Because number 1, I can get scammed. Number 2, I can get robbed. Number 3, I can put my life at risk. And I don't need all that bullshit, right? Let's just teach you how to trade. And if you're happy with that, amazing. If you're not happy, then oh well. So, One Bad Eye. One Bad Eye, welcome back to the stream. I did see you. I did catch you on the stream last time. And I'm going to go ahead and give you that analysis on Nikki 225. Scepter, hey man, could you maybe look at AUD/USD to see how low it could go? Yeah, absolutely. We'll go ahead and look at AUD/USD for you. Now, that is what I'm lacking of, I think. I think I should do the 5 pips and 10 pips. Yeah, brother. Now or never. You should absolutely do the 5 pips and the 10 pips because, Brody, it protects your capital, bro. Sometimes, man, when we're up on our trades and we're like, holy shit, I'm in profit, 30, 40, 55 pips. You're thinking that greed is like, dude, you could shoot for 70. Bro, we could shoot for 65. Bro, let's hold it to 100. And then out of nowhere, you get the reversal. Now you're in drawback. Now you're scared. Now either you take out your entry and negative, or you hit stop loss, or you never take it out thinking it might return back, and now you lost your account. Don't give these brokers your money. Don't play that game, guys. Android phone, Apple phone, and iPad mini because of luck in the automatic control project management something. What? I don't follow with you, my brother. Mason Beran Ven. That is an interesting name, brother. I don't really follow with you. Are you trying to tell me to look at the Apple stock because the Apple iPhones are coming out soon? Yeah, always 99% of that happens. The greed. Yeah, now or never. And then that's the bullshit because most of the people, they lose that way. They see, yeah, okay, all right, and then you lose. So protect your capital. If you're up 30 pips, 5 pips in profit or at stop profit at entry. If you're up 50 pips, CP2, 10 pips in profit or at entry. All right, so let's go ahead and guys, for all my 34 viewers right now, if you have any pairs that you're currently trading or looking to trade, drop them down in the comment section so that I'm able to give you a live analysis on that, all right? Hey, bro, how you think about US 30? All right, so hold on, bro. I'm going to give you analysis on that. Let me go ahead and start with One Bad Eye because he did. He was the first one in the comments. I've been going down the comment section. I got you, bro. So one bad eye. What I need from you is a little bit more. Euro USD, I'll do that for you, Trudy. Let's go ahead and do those live analysis. So one bad eye, what time frame are we looking for when it comes to making? What time frame are you trying to trade it on, bro? I don't have that on my thing, but we can pull it off. Nikkei. All right, Nikkei 225. Boop, boop, boop. Sheesh. Is this a pair? This is very gappy, bro. How do you spell it? Is it Japan 225? Is that what it is? Because if it's Japan 225, if that's the indice that you're trying to tell me about, I wouldn't pop this one. This one looks horrible. I'd possibly just be looking at Japan. Okay, try Japan 225. All right, perfect. So Japan 225's indice. Let me go ahead and add that to my indices. I don't really look at Japan 225, but I have traded it when I first had started trading. I'm not really sure why I didn't look at it anymore. So Japan 225 on the daily, we saw divergence and then we saw a little bit of a sell. We see the recovery happening. All right. I like to kind of scalp indices, so let's see what it was. What time frame are you looking at Japan 225, if you don't mind me asking? All right, Trudy, thank you for telling me Euro USD and the time frames. That's crucial. 1 hour. Okay, so one bad eye. 1 hour for Japan 225. Sheesh. All right, so Japan 225 showing a great deal of divergence on the upside. Before that, it was showing divergence here on the bottom. So between August 15 to August 20, we can see it here on our indicator how it was the lowest point on August 15 over here, but it continued to landslide. So it continued to go lower, but on the RSI, it continued to make higher lows, yet lower lows, divergence, right? We were to draw our trend line from the last level of resistance, not chomping through candles. So not eating through information, this red candle. This red candle, we wait for the breakout. It broke out. This was our buy limit for Japan 225 right here. Now, it shows a little bit of divergence. It goes back down to the 50, pump fakes, and goes back up to show more divergence, right? What did it want to do? It wanted to rob the liquidity up in these levels, okay? Now we see it being up in these levels, all right? Huge level of resistance right here. Huge level of support that it already ate the liquidity and then shot to the upside like a skyrocket, right? Skyrocketed to the upside. There's two things that I'm going to tell you right now, my brother. Number one, it's been thunderbolting up on the 1 hour. So there's a lot of bullish momentum, correct? So since we see a lot of bullish momentum, excuse me, and we are seeing divergence, I wouldn't be off the bat to make a sell on this because of the very big bullish momentum. So what I would do is the text, okay? Is one of my tips. Oh, darn it. Give me 1 second, bro. And everyone else. I'm going to go ahead and do your analysis, but please just give me a little bit of time. I need to get the text back from Jur 30 again, so we're able to all follow through with it. Here it is. All right, cool. 30. All right, so US 30 on the 1 minute, just to kind of be active with what I was trying to look for. Let me bop it to the 10. Then delete this white line. Perfect. All right, everything we said that we wanted to see has been happening. So let's just cool it. Let's wait. 10-10, good repeating numbers, right? 10-10 and beyond. Going a little bit lower, right? Do you see how the body of the candle is a little bit lower? Let's see. Higher low. Lowest low on 10-10. Higher low. So let's wait, right? Let's wait. Let's give it a little bit of time. Let's see if it pushes a little bit sideways, goes a little bit lower, but higher on the RSI, making a higher low, lower low on the chart. Let's draw that trend line and let's wait for the breakout. If it does not happen this session, it'll happen London. If it doesn't happen London, it'll happen tomorrow during US session, where it'll buy back up and fill in this gap for 330 pips, guys. You're not going to want to miss this out. I'm going to be jotting this on my premium signals chat, and I will be live streaming either way. So if we catch it on the live stream, amazing. If we don't, then you already know what to expect from it. On the 1 minute time frame, we see divergence, okay? And we see a lot of higher lows, okay? See the divergence, lots of higher lows. But even though despite the higher lows on the RSI, we see the lowest low here. Green followed by red, awesome. From this last level of resistance, we would have to grab it from here sideways. Green followed by red, trend line. Breakout right here. Advanced buy limit where, team? You already know we're looking for buys. Last candle that pushed down the lowest with the body. Fib from wick to wick, 50% advanced buy limit. Buy limit, advanced buy limit, right? Now, I am speculating that this will drop a little bit lower, but in case if it doesn't, then this is our 1 minute scalp, okay? What are you waiting for the 1 minute scalps to be looking for? We're waiting for it to hit TP1 30 pips. TP2 50 pips. From our entry, right now it's above 16 pips. We would want to hit it 50 pips, TP3 80 pips. But right now, a good little 30 pips would be TP1 from both of these entries, all right? Now, on the 10 minute, I do see it pushing sideways and pushing a little bit lower, which is why I just wanted to wait for the overall 10-minute time frame signal, because it's less stress, guys. The 1 minute time frame is more scalp, more fast-paced. The 10-minute, you can pop that entry and really wait for it to hit the gap. All right? And that's gonna be a blessing, guys. 300 pips is $300 on a 0.01. Oh, Q Banks? I was on YouTube and asking Q and wondering. All right, yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know where your comment was. Where was I? All right, so one bad eye. Awesome. So that's what we are looking for your pair. Let's go back to Japan 225 to continue it, because I'm not done with the actual markup. But so on the 1 hour, since it's really bullish and since I see it continuing to the upside, because this is the highest mountain, we would want to see it buy above that to then show structure to then sell. Now, since this huge bullish nature, what I would do is grab a fib from low to high, my support level right here, my fractal support from here all the way to high. If it breaks the 0, I'm buying, right? If it drops below the 236 and buys above the 0.124, I'm buying. I would want to see this do this, bro. This is for you, one bad eye. I would want it to see it go a little bit higher, kind of consolidate, maybe do something like this, right? Be showing divergence, which means lower high on the RSI. This is the highest high right now, which is this. So now I would want to see it recover and show a higher high on the charts, but a lower high on the RSI. That's how then I would grab a divergence, right? Step 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is why I grabbed the text to have it here. That's where I was. We would see divergence. We would then draw a trend line from the level of support down here all the way through, not eating through any candles, any bodies, and then wait for the breakout to then sell it for the market execution, which then it would look like this, sell, and then our advanced sell limit at the highest candle. Right now, this is the highest candle. We're waiting for another highest candle, and then for a little bit of bop around consolidation, and then the sell. Okay, that's what I see for Japan 225. So Japan 225 still looking bullish. Okay, but we are seeing that perhaps it will go ahead and sell back down for the times to come later on in the week, perhaps in 2 days, maybe tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and continue to give an analysis on Japan 225. I'm going to leave this right here just as it is. For when it actually does happen, then we'll be all set and we already know what we were talking about. Okay? On the 1 minute time frame, or even on the 10-minute time frame, if I was to see divergence like we did here, I'd be waiting closely for the buy back up. On the 1 minute time frame to scalp, let's see how that would have worked. Here, did we see divergence? Yes. Lower, higher. Okay? Let's draw a horizontal ray just so you can see what I'm trying to get to. This is the lowest piece right here. London session, 4:51 Eastern Time. To the right at 5:24, we can see how it was lower, right? On the 1 minute time frame, scalping Japan 225. It showed divergence between this and this, between this and this. Our last right here, resistance. We're chomping through some candles. So let's wait for the next red candle right here. Perfect. We wait for the breakout. Perfect. This is your buy limit on the 1 minute scalping it. Again, guys, do keep in mind that this divergence strategy does work for scalping on the 1 minute time frame, which is where I love to trade my indices on. 10-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, daily time frame. You could use this strategy for indices, commodities, metals, regular Forex pairs, which I'm going to get to right now for all the commentators that are asking me to do AUD, USD, and stuff like that. For exotics like USD Mexican, such as forth like USD ZAR, crypto, and everything, literally stocks, everything. At the end of the stream, around 12:30, maybe 1 p.m. ish, I'm gonna go ahead and review all the daily signals that we already have, all the stocks and everything else. Okay, so this would have been your buy limit right here to the upside, and then we saw a sell back down. How and why? All right, so the buy was right here. We delete the yellow line. Now we see how on the actual chart, divergence again. All right, let's mark this up as a point of reference. This was overbought. It showed divergence. Why? Because on 749, this candle was supposedly the highest trading candle. Then it got higher, and then it made a new higher high. But on the chart, on the RSI, it was making lower highs. Perfect. Where's our last level of support? Right here. Let's draw that trend line. All right. We're chomping through a little bit of information, so let's lower it a little bit more to that green candle right here. So red followed by green trend line. We wait for the actual breakout. The breakout finally happens with this candle. All of these candles were tipping the trend line to the downside, but did it break down? No, because the body of the candle did not break through. Now, very tight. Okay, it broke out here, but very tight with the breakout. That's where you sell. You see how it touched your entry and then it sold? Boom, monies. Right? Success. Great success. 114 pips. Very nice. Then what happens, right? So now we were buying it because of divergence. We then sold it because of divergence. Now all of a sudden we see another buy. From this candle to this candle, this being the most oversold candle, lowest low, higher low, lower low. Divergence. Last level of resistance, right? Lowest trading candle, green, followed by red, trend line. Trend line's not good. It's eating through information. The next red candle on top of that wick, trend line, not good still because we're kind of tipping through. The next red candle on top of that red candle, trend line. Wait for the breakout. Where did the breakout happen? Right here. So tight with the trend line. Buy limit. Boom. Take off to the upside. Divergence. Breakout. Market execution. Your advanced buy limit would have been this lowest trading candle in the 50%. It did not activate the advanced buy limit, unfortunately, but you were popped in the regular buy limit and then you were up how many pips? It's literally happened today in the morning. 123 pips. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, baby, you and me. So there we go. That's how we maneuver the strategy. Divergence to the bottom, step 1, 2, 3, 4. Divergence to the top, step 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. I hope you got a lot of insight on Japan 225 and as well what it will be doing for the time to come. Yes, today was already the buy, the buy call right here. So for that 1 hour that I'm trying to tell you that it will recover, you would have already been in here. Unfortunately, you feel me, like we weren't able to catch it in time, but there's still hope, bro. There's still hope that you can possibly even catch it back at an entry or catch it back or maybe just wait for the sell, but I do see it pushing back higher. And that's my detailed analysis for Japan 225 for one bad eye. Thank you for streaming in again, bro, and coming back to the stream. All right, so let me read the comments. You're welcome. No worries. Wow, I was hoping for that. I was on YouTube and asking Q and wondering. Yeah, bro. Q for Mash Effects. Q Banks is cool and all. He kind of banned me off his Instagram because I grabbed better entries than he did. And I was like, dog, you're selling your premium mentorship for like $300. Or I think he even raised it for like 1,000 or some shit, like some crazy shit. I think it's like at $350 a month. And it's just not as clean. Like, I like my strategy better. You feel me? I guess I was just like measuring penises with him. He got very angry at me. He blocked me. It is what it is. I still think that my strategy and the way I trade is so much superior than Q Banks. And Q Banks has a reputation that he has because of the pictures on Instagram, the cars, the bullshit he talks, the super fat high lot sizes that he puts in. So a lot of people just like to, just be like, oh my God, Q Banks. And yeah, he is a good trader, but he doesn't really dedicate too much time to his people. He doesn't really talk to you unless you're in his like academy or whatever the fuck. And his academy is kind of garbage because I've had a lot of reviews from other people that have traded with Q Banks and that have been paying him $300, $350 a month. And it's fucking garbage. This guy, you feel me? Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's all I want to say. You're funny. Yep, absolutely. I do have great sense of humor. It just goes with, with just knowing what the fuck you're doing, bro. So, Trudy, let's go ahead and do Euro USD. Vannon, what up, my brother? Vannon Jack, mad love for you, my brother. Welcome back to the stream. All right, Trudy, let's go ahead and do that. So, one bad eye, you got it going. Trudy, I think you had asked for Euro USD, and someone had also asked for AUD USD somewhere. Oh yeah, that was where was it? Not sure. Someone had asked for AUD USD. I think so. I might be tripping. All right, whatever. Let's do Euro USD and SHIB USD for Trudy. All right, let's do it. So Euro USD. Euro USD, bro, I'm going to give you a little bit of hacks for Euro USD. Obviously, it's not a hack, but again, it kind of is to me. Let's say on the 1 hour. Let's see you see the dollar showing divergence, right? Which it was. It was showing divergence. And then all of a sudden it starts to buy. Let's see what Euro USD did. It sold. All right. So if the dollar is buying, Euro USD selling. If the dollar is selling, Euro USD is buying. That way you can get a little bit of a confirmation for you when you're trading Euro USD, for you to just understand right off the bat. All right, the dollar, if it's buying, Euro USD selling, it's always going to be doing the opposite every single time. You wanted me to do an analysis for you on you wanted me to do an analysis on what was it? 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay. So on the 15-minute, let's see if we can get you any entries. So far, we're just seeing a little bit of a buy happening because of divergence here on the bottom. But when we tune into the 1 hour, right, I feel like it still has a little bit more climb to the downside. So I wouldn't want to pop a 15-minute entry because I know that you're going to be in more drawback due to the 1 hour. I like to trade Euro USD, yes, on the 1 hour time frame. When it is showing divergence though, like let's say right here, that it showed me divergence, trend line, and then it broke to the upside, right? But a more secured standpoint of trading Euro USD is the 4 hour time frame. Because it moves a little bit slower, it shows divergence on the 4 hour, it buys. It will show divergence, it'll sell, it'll show divergence, it'll buy. So far, I have daily signals for Euro USD, which is where all of this is already popped in. So if you'd like, this is freebies already, Euro USD. These are the signals that I'm going to go ahead and print out for my premium chat. I just haven't already because there's still time. And also, I want to be very sure that whatever I give them is going to hit 100,000%. And as well, what I give you and I print out on my trade ideas, right, is going to hit 100%. Because one, my reputation is tied to it. Two, you feel me? My reputation is tied to it. And three, we like to win. It is what it is. So on the daily time frame, we're seeing divergence for the dollar. Do you see this, team? Do you see this right here, team? Bam, 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 right? What are we seeing on the actual chart? Higher lows, lower lows. We did the trend line. Step one, find divergence. Step two, draw the trend line, right? So we drew the trend line from the last level of support. Guys, everything we've done since the beginning of this stream, nothing changes. That's what I continue to do indefinitely. So the first green candle, we were eating through a little bit of information. So I was like, let's cool it. Let's wait for the next green candle. We waited right under that wick. We saw the breakout. This is our sell limit for the dollar. 92.650 is our sell limit. Our advanced sell limit is 93.350. So if I was trading the dollar as a point of reference and as an example, I would throw a 0.01 lot size on 92.650 and a 0.02 lot size on 93.350. When you're up 30 pips, put your stop profit at 5 pips or at entry. When you're up 50 pips, which is TP2, put your stop profit at 10 pips or at entry. When you're up 80 pips, which is TP3, put your stop profit at 15 pips or at entry. When you're up 100 pips, TP4, put your stop profit at 20 pips and or entry. And then TP5 is open TP. That means that it can go anywhere from 120 to 130 to 150 to 200 to 250, whatever it is. Just don't let greed consume you. Wait for another setup, take profit, be happy, radiate positivity, radiate confidence. Look at yourself, make a withdrawal, grab that money, meditate, look for other setups, be patient. The money's coming to you guys. The greed will only fuck you up. Do not concentrate on greed. Be happy with the profits, okay? All right, so the dollar, this is the signal for the dollar. I see it touching our entry at 92.650 and even perhaps the advanced sell limit. Why? Because, one more time, if I were to just flip this through, okay, to the Wyckoff method, let's go ahead quickly, boom, bing, bang. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me open the tab. Here we go. So for the Wyckoff method, I know that it's in a distribution phase now. So it'll either make this distribution phase, which right now, if you have a mental note of what it looked like, we're at UT right now. Now we're going down. We're going down to around over here. I would want it to come back to the advanced sell limit and or our sell limit and then push down. Or distribution schematic number 2, where it's at right now, showing divergence. It'll touch our sell limit and then sell down. So that's what I'm waiting for the dollar, okay? So since I'm waiting for that for the dollar, all we need to do is go ahead and look at Euro USD and do the exact same opposite, correct? That's why I have this drawn out. I would want to see it one last up. You see? Bam, 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 come down, kind of play around these entries, come up, do the UTAD test, and then boom, dump down. The Wyckoff schematic with divergence. Checkmate, baby girl. This right here, we see it going up, going back down, perhaps doing an STM phase B, which is the Wyckoff's accumulation schematic number 1, touching advanced entry and then pumping to the upside. Because on the weekly, right, she already grabbed divergence out here, liquidity zones. Now what's the next liquidity zones? These resistance levels. These resistance levels. It already dumped down, right? Came back up, dumped down again for COVID, came back up. The economy is doing great, right? It's going to come back to the upside, guys. That's what we see happening in the weekly. So on the daily, this is what I'm anticipating for Euro USD. So this is your signal, Brody. 1.17880 and 1.16900. Again, if you were to throw 0.01 here, I'd throw 0.02 here. If you throw $1 here, I'd throw either $1.15 or $2 here as my lot sizes, depending on your account, depending on how you want to swing it, depending on how many trades you want to take. Why? Because if the dollar sells, your XXX USD will buy. So the dollar selling, XXX USD is buying, which means that Euro USD is going to buy, AUD USD is going to buy. These are our signals right here. These are our entries for AUD USD. GBP USD is going to buy, and NZD USD is going to buy. So these 4 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, are already in the fucking bag because we know that the dollar is going to be selling. We know that the dollar is going to be selling perhaps by like mid-winter, December-ish, right? And it's going to just pop these entries, and we're going to be blazing through fire 2022 with these entries. Because, all right, not only, right, are we going to wait for those reversals on the dollar, EU, AU, GU, and NU, but once they start to sell, then on the 1 hour, right, which is the smaller micro time frames instead of the daily, once these pairs start to sell on the 1 hour, when you see divergence on the top of the RSI, what are you going to do? You're going to continue to sell. You're going to short the bullish calls and you're going to long the sell calls. So you're just going to be putting re-entries with fatter lot sizes on the 1 hour, understanding that on the daily, it's pushing down. And if on the daily it's pushing down and you have lower lot sizes on the daily, then on the 1 hour, you can throw fatter lot sizes because you know that it's going to continue to the downside. Boom. Money. So it's great. So that's what we have. The signals right here for EU, AU, GU, and NU on the dailies. All right, let's go back to the comment section. La 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 la. All right, so let's go back up. Let's see. I don't want to miss anyone's. Oh, so Scepter. There we go, bro. I knew there was someone that had asked for AUD USD. Oh, Scepter, you are actually online on the stream. I hope you got good knowledge over your pair. Much love, brother. All right, so Scepter, there you go. That's AUD USD. One Barai, we did Japan 225. Trudy, we did your Euro USD. Now let's go to SHIB USD. All right, let me try and be interactive. Yes, okay. I like what you do with Trendline. True that. Awesome. So do you swing trade? Yes, also. I do swing trade because it's more of like a stable thing. You feel me? Once we know that on the daily it's gonna be doing something, you should have been on during my birthday around May, April. We caught the reversal on the dollar. We caught the buy on the we were just we were destroying shit. We caught the buy on the dollar. We caught the sells on Euro USD. We just we caught Bitcoin at 35,000. It was amazing. I mean, it was like 300, 400 pips each and every pair on the daily. So that's why I like to swing. But not my partners. You feel me? Not my relationships. I ain't no swinger. But we do swing on the trading scene. Um, Awesome. So Mash FX, I joined your stream late and it's my first time here. Please don't call me troll if don't like my cue. Do you have verified track record on Forex, Factory, or MyFX book? Thanks. So MashFX, no, it's not a troll question to be honest. And no, I don't have a track record on Forex Factory or MyFX book. My track record is right here on TradingView. All right, all of these signals, everything I've been doing, Tesla buys and shit. When I told everyone to buy Tesla because it was buying because of that divergence strategy right here, boom, to the upside. I don't need to be proving myself to anyone. I don't need to be writing down my FX books. Oh my God, I caught this, I caught that. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I've already been so profitable and I've already made my bags of money that I don't need that. I don't need to be proving myself. I don't need to, because at the end of the day, you don't really need anything. What you need is a good strategy and for you to be hitting on your own day-to-day basis for you, not for anyone else, not to show off, not to be like, oh, look at my history. So that's the way that my mindset works. So no, unfortunately, I don't have a track record. Perhaps maybe in the future I will, but for now, not really. Hi, Jacob. Thank you for the lesson. We'll follow your member one soon. We'll inform you in Telegram. Have a good night. Hear from Asian. Awesome, Norm, never. Good night, my brother. I hope you have some sweet dreams and some profitable weeks. Trudy, yes. Scepter, wow, awesome. Thank you. First time listening to you. Yes, awesome, Trudy. You forget me, US 30. All right, Stardust, I got you, brother. Damn, LOL. Yeah, I didn't want to forget anyone. Fair enough. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Help. Help? Oh, yeah. Help the Stardust. Okay, cool. So let's go to US 30. Again, I kind of didn't forget about you because there's no signal right now, bro. But on the 1 minute time frame, I did already kind of give a signal where I told us that right here, right, I do see it pushing back down, but I would want to catch 30 pips off this entry, which is a little scalp. What I'm waiting for is the 10-minute time frame for it to push a little bit more sideways and for it to sell a little bit more than this candle. Okay, so US 30, I'm waiting for divergence on it. Once I see divergence on our 10-minute time frame for US 30, which will happen in the next consecutive time, right? Once we see divergence, I'll go ahead and draw the trend line and execute step 1, 2, 3, and 4 as previously mentioned over and over again, okay? So once we see divergence happen, which has not happened yet, it happened in a very baby form because this is the lowest trading candle and then it went a little bit lower, but it's not really done yet. This signal has not gone through yet, so I haven't forgotten about you, my brother. If you wanted to do a scalp, these are your entries for a scalp. 35,084, 35,073 as your entries. I'd be ranging for at least 30 pips to the upside, okay? That's what I would be shooting for of these signals, okay? Now, what I want to give out is a more secured, less stressful signal, right? On my 1 minute time frame, for today, since it's Tuesday and yesterday was Memorial Day, I wasn't so sure on how much volatility was going to be in the markets. If we do a run back from 7 in the morning, okay, from 7 in the morning to right now, 7 a.m., early bird catches the worm, guys. That's something I really want to teach you guys and focus on. 7 in the morning Eastern time is when I start to look at price and when I start to look at my trades on the 1 minute time frame for US 30. I absolutely adore US 30. It's what pays the bills. It's the hardest indice to trade. It's the bank breaker, the money taker, right? But US 30 is nothing but our best friend. From 7 in the morning, the signal was already called through our RSI divergence strategy. You see it from 7:19 to 7:27 that it was showing divergence, all right? So 7:19 was right here, this candle, right here, this candle, to 7:30, okay? So this is where it showed divergence. We would have gone ahead and drawn it from the support, just like every single time. Now, the first green candle, we're chomping through information. So this green candle down here. Perfecto. Let's see the breakout. Where was the breakout, team? All right, so the breakout for US 30 was right here. With this candle, it broke the body out. Even though it's a doji, but the doji still has a body, right? So really tight with the trend line break. And then our advanced entry for a sell limit would have been on the highest trading candle that showed divergence on the 50% from low to high, from wick to wick, okay, 50%. It did not touch the advanced sell limit, but it did give you the sell limit entry. And then what happened? It mother effing dumped, okay? How many pips was this? From 3410, okay, let's go ahead and do it. 3410 was here. It dropped around 316 pips to the downside on the 1 minute time frame, catching it from 7 a.m. Early bird catches the worm, guys. Oh, but Jake, look at the divergence here. Yes, but look how it was dumping, just like thunderbolting to the downside. When it's like that, and it's not like ping-ponging up and down, we already know that it's going to continue for a long time in that direction. Also, when you take into consideration what I'm telling you, right? Have your 200 EMA active to guide you and show you if price is going to continue in a strong direction towards your prediction. The bigger the gap between daily price action and your EMA, the stronger your confirmation will be that price will continue in that direction. So when we go back to the 1 minute and we see that fat ass gap because it's just thunderbolting downward, yes, it's showing divergence, but look at that strong gap between the 200 and daily price action, right? Between these two lines. It's going to continue to the downside. Now we're seeing it consolidate. So now we're like, okay, you know, it's starting to now ping pong up and down, but it's just grabbing more people, okay? That's why I tuned into now the 10-minute time frame. And now off the 10-minute time frame, I'm like, all right, cool. Now what I would want to see is go push sideways, push down, then it'll show divergence on the RSI. Perfect. We found divergence. We're going to draw a trend line. We're going to wait for the breakout. The signal's going to be called. I'm possibly going to print it out here on my trade ideas. And then you're going to be able to catch around like 300 pips back up. So that's everything that I have to tell you for Stardust. Thank you for being patient with me, Stardust. And I'm sorry for forgetting you. I really didn't mean to. And yeah, that's it. I hope you found that information very helpful, my friend. You were online to see it. I'm sorry for forgetting you. Lots of things being talked about. Awesome. You're welcome, my brother. So, what broker do you use? So, we have 3 brokers that I highly recommend. Number 1, KOT Forex, which is king of the Forex. Number 2, Hugo's Way, or number 3, Eagle FX. So anything that has to do with Hugo's, KOT Forex, or Eagle FX, okay? All of them have a 1 to 500 leverage, and they're all very good brokers. I personally like a little bit more KOT Forex and Eagle FX over Hugo's Way, because Hugo's Way, I have had a little bit of problems where I'm in profit and the shit's giving me an error, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I need to take out my profit right now because the shit's about to reverse, but it's giving me like an error, or like it's not working, and I'm like, I've contacted support and stuff like that. But yeah, I had trouble with Hugo's weight. Yup. So that's why I recommend Eagle FX. Really does not have any troubles, or KOT Forex. So either one of those, Christian MA 317, those are the ones I recommend, my brother. Eagle FX or KOT Forex. Awesome. So Stardust, we did yours. Chudy, what broker do you use? All right, so I answered that. I don't have to reverse. It don't have to reverse. True. Gold, bro. All right. Respect, my dude. Respect to you too from wherever you are. Thanks for tuning into my stream. Please do give a follow and be able to look at my profile because I do have a link where you're able to join the free chats. You should check out indicator for divergences on TradingView called TMA/RSI divergence. I'll go ahead and give that out once I stop the stream. I'm going to go ahead and give that a good. DXI is gaining again. Is this the opportunity to sell Euro USD and GU? Well, yeah. Basically, if dollar's going up and you see, Sahil 1987, that the dollar is going to continue to the upside for another 20 pips, then EU is going to fall. Okay? The dollar and EU are literally like this. Now, GU, NU, and AU are a little bit like they vary. Why? Because the dollar and EU, if the dollar goes up 20 pips, EU will sell 20 pips. So the dollar buys 20 pips, EU will sell 20 pips. If the dollar goes up 20 pips, GU might fall 5 pips. AU might fall 10 pips. And all right, so I refreshed the stream. My bad about that, guys. Every now and then I do have to refresh the streams, but TradingView has done a lot better with their streaming platform. It was asked about 2 months and a half ago, but I'm having some pretty good connections, so I'm really grateful for that. So Sahil, as I wanted to tell you, my brother, when you go on the daily, friend, this is the signals for the sells, 92,650, 92,350. So have that as swings. EU will buy if this is selling, okay? So these are the signals, all right? That's what I wanted to tell you. I hope that you log back to the stream because all of the signals are there. And also, so the free chat and the free signals, my Telegram chats, I am going to refurbish them and be more on top of them and stuff like that as time progresses. I know that I'm a little bit vacant on there. I'm a little ghosted, but that's because I spend most of my time on my premium chats and also here on the live streams. All right, so NB, LTZR, XAUUSD. Let's go ahead and check out gold, brother. NB, LTZR. All right, I got you with our gold analysis. So I already did a gold analysis a little bit prior, but I'll go ahead and do it one more time. Basically, gold, brother, I see it buying. Okay, long term, that's what I want to see it doing. Where are you, gold? Here you go. So gold, it is selling, correct. Awesome. But on the daily, I see our buy stop at 1806.77 and our advanced buy limit at 1722.11. That's your swing signals, okay? Don't take this shit for granted. Have it eyeballed. Even if you don't take the signal, mark it up on your own chart. Even these two little lines, and within by the end of September, see where price is. I'm gonna give another analysis by the end of September on all of these pairs that I'm giving you signals on. But at the same time, it's nice for you to have it on your own, so you can be like, wow, okay, it really did go up. Any other pair? And yeah, so that's what I wanted to tell you guys, so you're able to have that through. and actually be able to cater to that. So on the 15 minute, what I would want to see it happening is it's showing divergence, correct? NLBTZR. So showing divergence right now, NLBTZR. We drew the trend line. We're waiting for it to break the trend line for it to continue to buy, okay? That's what I see for gold. On the 5 minute, yes, it's showing a little bit of divergence. So if I were to scalp, which means not long curve, don't be greedy, scalp, green followed by red trend line, I would give in a buy execution here at about 1795 flush. 1795.00 would be my buy entry for a scalp to the upside for gold, okay? Because of the 5 minute. What I would truly want to do is wait for the 15 minute for it to sell a little bit down and consolidate, sell a little bit down and show more divergence for then me to be able to complete this setup. Because this setup is completing. It's just not done yet, okay? Yes, it's showing divergence, but what I would want to see it do, NOBC ZTR, is for it to go like this, right? But on the chart, for it to go like this. All right. Once it shows that key divergence, then I would be waiting for it to buy for the breakout. Buy limit right here. Advanced buy limit at the lowest trading candle, which would be around here. Okay, so these would be my buy limits on the 15 minute. And then it would come back up, right, on my RSI to possibly hit these levels, whatever, and then come back down. And you already know. So that's what I'm waiting for, my brother. Again, there you go. If you want to scalp it, 1795. If you don't feel like you want to scalp it and you perhaps want to wait, what I recommend for the 15-minute time frame, this is the setup setting up using our divergence strategy. And that's my analysis on gold, my brother. All right, so that was for NBLTZR, NOT, MOVA. All right, Shiba, my MIDI 15. All right, Shiba, my MIDI 15. Let's get it. Awesome. Hold on, guys. Okay, cool. All right, so, all right, I'm back. Shiva Mamidi 15, brother. What is not MOBA? Like, what pair is that, bro? Because I've never like not this is this Norrent's resources. Is that where you're telling me to give you an analysis of and MOBA, right? Because honestly, I don't know what these are. Movano Inc. MOVA. See, this says move. I really Movano maybe. Please just give me a little bit more specification on the actual pair so that I'm able to give you a better thing. Because honestly, I don't know what pair that is. Shiva. Oops. I don't want to be chopping your name too. I'm sorry if I am. Shiva dot Mandy 15. Shiva dot Mandy 15. What pair is complex? I'm new to trading world and I'm looking for mentor. Do you sell Signal or do you have a course? Yes, Stardust. Yes, I have a course. I have lessons. I have a and signals. That's monthly indices. So there you go. Yes, I do have a course. Yes, I do have lessons, and I put out signals on there uh, for you to understand the divergence strategy and be able to take control of your own trading world. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you. Honestly, it's a really good deal for $60 a month, and also I get to show you, and you get to just join the team and be part of a great collective family. Um, and just continue moving forward, bro. It's around 12:17. I'm a little tired of talking a bunch of stuff. I've been streaming for now 2 hours, 30 minutes. Uh, is there any other peer that you would like for me to do or any other questions? I'm going to have to delete this comment right now for starters because unfortunately, if I advertise anything on my thing, then I'll get banned again. And honestly, I'm not trying to get banned again. You feel me? How can you join? All right, go to my profile, and there's a link that you can join my free Telegram chat. Then from there, you can go through Telegram and subscribe. It's basically like a Stripe thing, so everything's automatic. Go ahead and send a message through there. So, on my free community chat, right, on my Telegram, it's on my actual, on my trading profile link, and then you're able to join. Okay, so that's how you join Stardust. Just join the free chat, and then from then I could go ahead and tell you, and then you can join my premium chat. Again, $60 a month, and it's a really great environment. Chumer Chum. So Chum, TradingView is showing market data on the late time period. Is that has any impact on trading? Yes, but TradingView only has because I think you were one of the people that asked me to do a mini, right? You asked me to do a mini pair or something like that. Someone had asked me to do a mini pair. If you're trading minis on here, then yes, there is a delay between MetaTrader 4 and the charts that you'll be looking at, like futures. There we go. If you're trading futures, you do need to pay TradingView like extra money for them to be showing you the information up to time speed. That's why I don't trade futures, because I'm not going to pay TradingView more money just for them to give me an accurate time for me to be trading futures. That's kind of bullshit. And you feel me? Like, I don't need to waste my time on futures when I know that I could be trading the same exact shit, but on a broker such as Eagle FX, Hugo's Weight, KOT Forex, and I'm able to have a 1 to 500 leverage, still trade these indices and stuff like that, and still be profitable. So for my friend Stardust, right? So I told you this was the entry, right? It touched your entry. It touched our entry, went up 61 pips. So you would have already made the 30 pips I was trying to tell you about, because you told me that I had forgotten about you. I said, no, look, the scalp is on the 1 minute time frame. It's going to touch this entry and then come up 30 pips. It exactly did that. So you're already up 60 pips at $60 on a 0.01. So that's already the premium mentorship. Pretty easy. But on the 10-minute time frame, I do see this wobbling a little bit more, going back down. And then again, like I said, I'm going to be giving out the signal for it to come back up, for us to eat at least 400 to 350 pips to the upside. All right, guys. So yes, I bet that you've lost a lot of money, and I didn't know that either, because this is the thing that I literally went crazy. I went from US 30 to, no, hold on, I'm sorry. I went from SPX 500 to the mini, right? And I was on like, I think it was like the 1 minute time frame. And then I would look at SP, and then I would look at this shit, right? You see how this is at a green candle, but then SPX 500, okay, let me see. 2 red candles, 1 green candle. 2 red candles, 1 green candle. And then it was buying back up. So I was like, holy shit, I can tell the future before it happens. So now all I have to do is just trade the future and literally be on the 1 minute time frame. And if I know that it's going to go up like for 3 or 4 bars, then I'll just buy it here and it'll go 3 or 4 bars and then I'm rich. But that was the catch. TradingView doesn't show you the real-time data for futures unless you pay them extra on top of the subscription, for the monthly subscription for their Pro or Pro Plus or whatever the fuck, right? Or Premium. That's the bullshit. So I was like, I'm not gonna trade futures. That's garbage. Why the fuck am I gonna trade? Why the fuck am I gonna pay TradingView more money just for them to give me real time? They should be doing that for free. It's already enough that they have hundreds, if not hundreds and thousands of people paying them a monthly already for them to even just be able to use this shit and be Pro or Pro Plus and Premium. But let's not talk too much about that, because I don't want to get banned. The moderators be like, you're talking bad about TradingView, we're gonna ban you again. And then I get banned again. Don't want that to happen. So TradingView is a great platform. Honestly, it is the best platform that I've ever found out. And it's not to kiss ass. It's the truth. Like it's the truth. You feel me? It is the truth. I do love TradingView. I love what they have. I love that we can live stream. I love that we can touch so many peoples on this platform. I love how I can chart up. I learned how to trade here. I did my strategy on here. And I don't see myself ever leaving TradingView for time to come. I wanted to become a moderator. They rejected me because of my ways of thinking and because I don't really like to... I don't play the bullshit, bro. That's just the truth. I don't like to get fucked over, and I feel that when there's injustice, that there has to be justice made, and sometimes, some of these moderators, I'm not going to say any names, but some of them are just quite garbage, and I don't even know why they're moderators, because honestly, they don't provide as much for the community as some of the streamers do, but whatever, it is what it is. Whatever. All right, so on the 1 minute time frame, we were able to give this signal for US 30. It went up 60 pips and SPX 500, right? Look at that. Touch advanced entry, touched our buy limit, and went up. Everything was on the stream, guys. 60 pips. And right here, 80 pips. That about concludes today, guys. Honestly, I'm a little tired, and as well, Yeah, just gonna be logging off now. We had made this. We were waiting for NAS 100 to come back to the upside, right, to fill in this gap, which you see it doing. Now NAS 100, we can see coming back and filling in that gap. So US 30, where you at, right? Why are you not going all the way up here, filling in that gap like NAS 100? It still needs a little bit more time. SPX 500, that signal was giving here live. I hope you guys took that and made some money today as we talked about other pairs and as we educated you on the divergence strategy. I hope that you took the US 30 little scalp. If you did, you were up 62 pips. You're still up 33 pips, which is TP1. Please take profit. Don't be greedy. Even $30 is still a good amount of money, right? $30 is something. If you drop to 0.05, that's 30 times 5. Right? That's $150 you made today on the live stream. Super chilling, scalping on US 30. If there's any more pairs or any more analysis that you'd like me to give you, I'll go ahead and do that. How can I get to you again? All right, so go to my profile and follow my Telegram link that's on my bio. I think you could even look for my Telegram group on Telegram. Let me see. Let me see if you can do that. All right, no. I wonder if you could. I'm not sure if you could. I'm not sure if Telegram lets you be able to look for for chats and stuff like that. But if anything, just go on Telegram and look for Jacob Nets. That's my name. Or go on Telegram. That's how you can do that, Stardust. All right, so Vannon, hell fuck yeah, let's do silver, brother. For indices or forex pairs, is it real-time data? Yes, for indices and forex pairs, it's real-time data. The only one that isn't real-time data is futures. We'll support you. They should not ban you again. Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't, but let's just try and stay away from that, and let's not try and make that come to life. Let's not even think about it. We're good. We're not going to get banned. We're going to continue to live stream. We're going to do things properly and everything else from them. All right. So hope you got that information. All right. Jacob Nets is my name. I'm going to write that here. Jacob Nets. All right. That's where you can find me. That's literally mostly everything. Just Google it. You'll find me. All right. So Vannon, let's go ahead and do silver, my brother. What time frame are you looking for when it comes to silver, bro? All right, so silver. All right, so silver. Here we go. What time frame are we looking for, Van? Daily 1 hour. Fire. Okay, let's get it. Daily. All right, so daily, you already know, bro. It's just almost the same thing as gold. I know that you were looking for sells. It's a little bit different from my analysis because I'm looking for buys on daily. But I think you were looking for sells on the 1 hour. So, which was valid because we saw a divergence happening and we saw that sell down over here. Ooh, came back up, kind of pump fake, came back up. It's kind of wobbling in this section. Let's look at silver on the 1 hour. All right, silver on the 1 hour is looking sexy. I see the divergence as clear as day, which I'm pretty sure you do as well. Let's go ahead and chart this up. From here down, lots of reds followed by green. Last support level right here. So you'd be waiting for this to have a breakout under the wick. I'm sorry. You'd be waiting for this to have a breakout for you to sell gold. Okay. Now, is it going to sell for long term? Who knows? Because lots of times what happens is that even though it's here on the bottom and it looks oversold, it'll just continue to drag on the oversold region, right? For some time, and then show like hella divergence for a long time here. That's what these metals like to do. Gold and silver, we've seen that. We've seen how it'll like show divergence and then just continue showing divergence, continue in that direction. So on the 1 hour, it does look divergence is there, reds followed by green trend line. It does look like they would want to sell, right, for a good little bit of time on the 1 hour. Okay, that's what I see happening. Our advanced is right here with this candle. Let's go ahead and draw that out. We're still waiting for the breakout though to the bottom side because no candle has broken out, man. But at the same time here from the top, that would be our advance, and whatever it breaks, that would be our sell limit. Okay, that advance to sell limit is a huge gap though, so I'm not really as comfortable with that, but man, you know, it is what it is. Will it come back up, touch, and then come back down? There's a possibility, but there's a possibility as well that it will go straight through here, come back, touch, and continue to sell. All right, now let's squiggy this back. All right, cool. So that's what I see on the 1 hour. The divergence happened down here for the 1 hour as well. Came back up. Didn't really show divergence. Came back down, pump fake. Came back up, showed divergence. Then pump faked. What does pump fake mean? It came to the 50 and then shot back to the upside. Pump fake again to the upside, showing divergence. So just divergence on divergence on divergence. It's going to have to sell at some point, right? Kind of get exhausted. It did rob some liquidity on these levels already. It did already buy doing the Wyckoff schematic because it came down, did the STM phase B, and then did the spring to the upside. Now what we would be wanting to see is it to sell. Oh, sorry. Hold on. For it to perhaps sell, right? Wobble around, come back to the UTAD test, and then sell through this, right? To the downside. Grab liquidity down at this level to then grab divergence and then pop back to the upside and make new highs. Okay? Old support is new resistance, which is why this little block pieces of support right here, it bought up to that level and then it was like, oh shit, and it came back down, right? Because old support is new resistance and old resistance is new support, which is why you see it kind of making a little bit of a halt right here. But with time, I would want to see this happening with silver under the 1 hour time frame. Coming down, coming back up, hopefully in good faith, touching that advanced entry and then selling beyond that, grabbing some liquidity out here at the support level, making divergence and then buying up to complete our daily analysis, okay? Which will happen around October, November, right? Possibly the end of September. Let's see, okay? But that's what I see under the 1 hour, bro. Now, going on the daily, I'm going to leave that there. Going on the daily, okay, what are we seeing? We're seeing great divergence happening, a lot cleaner than gold, like 15 times cleaner than gold. Divergence right here, divergence back again, the divergence back again, right? Trend line at the lowest red candle. Let me delete this. Let me hide this actually. All right, so here, bang, to the downside, the 50%. I'm pretty sure it's to the nickel with what do we have in the analysis? Yep, 23,100. It came up, red candles, trend line too tight. Came up, red candle, wick, trend line just right. It broke out, so that was the buy. To the upside, I guess this is like 61 pips to the upside. Came back down. These are still our buy entries, bro. On the daily, I still see silver taking off to the upside. It did already rob liquidity here on the support level and touch this little levels of support It might come down to kind of, navigate around this one last time. And then from there, I see it making higher highs, possibly touching this 30 piece right here. All right. That's what we see for silver as an in-depth analysis. I'm going to leave all of this here because honestly, it really doesn't bother me too much. I'm going to just change the colors on this. Oh, what? I didn't change the color though. 18 frozen. Oh, because now, all right, well, whatever. I'll go ahead and just retry it. Oh, that was one. And now I have a bunch of mine, so let me just put it up. And then my squiggly right here. All right, so that's what we see for silver, my brother. So on the 1 hour, we are seeing divergence, so we are seeing the sell before the buy. Okay? That's what I can give you for silver. Yes, Stardust, that's another thing I wanted to tell you. There is a lot of motherfucking scams going around. I sent you a message saying, hello, my friend, this is me, Jacob. I'm also adding you to the contact list. That's me, bro. Look, guys, okay, wait, hold on, Vannon. It will sell more probably on the 4 hour is divergence and waiting to hit RSI 30 zone. All right, hold on, guys. Vannon, give me 1 second, bro. Because you already know what's good. Someone already tried to scam my groups on the free chats and you know what I mean? Guys, if you do not feel comfortable for whatever reason, send me a message, make me FaceTime you. If you're shy, turn off your camera. Just FaceTime me, turn off your camera, let me show my face, let me talk to you for at least like 2 minutes and be like, hey, I'm Jacob, nice to see you, this is my thing. Because nobody, and I don't want anybody to get scammed, especially off fucking people, some lowlives, just trying to make a quick buck. That shit pisses me the fuck off, honestly. Like, it's not cool. You feel me? If you don't feel like 100% confident, ask me to FaceTime you. Hey, is this really you? I will FaceTime you. I'm not going to not FaceTime you guys. This is me. I'm on the live stream here. I have nothing to hide. You feel me? And I'd rather go through that step of security for you to FaceTime me to know that it's not no scam than for you to fall for something, okay? So please be aware that there are people on TradingView going through everyone's streams because I saw it already happen to this other guy, to this guy over here, to Jojo Fang. I logged into Jojo Fang's group chat and I let him know that there's someone scamming because he actually was scammed first. Then the motherfucker came to my shit and then he changed his name back to go and fuck up Jojo Fang's groups. So there are scammers looking at the streams. This guy, Jojo Fang. There are scammers looking through our streams, going on our free groups, and then passing by as if they were us and trying to scam you. I'm not trying to scam anybody, guys. My premium is $60 a month. That's not no $1,000, not $150, $300. Guys, please protect your capital, protect your money, verify, send me messages, ask me to FaceTime if you're still not completely aware or trustworthy with what I'm trying to tell you. My ad name is Jacob Net. Nothing else. No 2 S's, no 2 B's, no 2 J's. JACOBNETS. Jacob Net. That's it. Yes, you can be added in the free group, Juicy Diaz. Yes. Send me a message via Telegram at Jacob Nets or go to my profile
here on TradingView, and on my bio I have a link to my Telegram chat. I don't wish anything bad on anyone, you feel me? Because then that bad comes back to us. So, not really gonna fuck with it. Blah, 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 blah. Juicy Diaz, yes, absolutely. Like I told you, send me a message via Telegram at JacobNets, or go to my profile here on TradingView. All right, let me teach you very quickly, and then go back to the 4 hour to continue our analysis on silver for Vannon. All right, so here on my profile, right, this is, Jesus, where is it, right here? All right, so this is my page, you feel me? This is me. Now, these are my streams, right? Go ahead and look back at September 1 and September 3. I dropped some nuggets in there. I dropped some signals in there. All right, cool. So this right here, www.jacobnets.com is my official website, my free Telegram chat, and signals is on our website. So join out today. So go to this website, jacobnets.com, and from then, right, you'll be forwarded to this page. Okay, so let's do it all together. So nobody, you know what I mean? All right. This is my page. This is my website. I do need to update it. I do need to talk to my boy Kahoot, which was the person that made this for me. Jacob Nets FX, right? That's me. Forex Mentorship Program. What we do, what we offer. The paid mentorship. Join the premium group if you want. Get access to videos, live trading session, one-on-one Zoom calls. Unique custom build strategy, which is the one I'm explaining. VIP signals, about me. This is me, just without the mustache, before the mustachio, right? And this is how you can join our Telegram, right? Once you click that, you're going to be forwarded to this link right here. Right here. Right? This is my Telegram chat. Join the group. Open it, and then that's how you'll be able to join, okay? So let's go back to silver to kind of wrap up our day for today. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and delete that comment off my thing before these motherfuckers ban me for soliciting. Be careful for real. They scam me. Yep. They scammed one of my titans, one of my soldiers, a person that's been with me since the beginning, bro. I have mad love for you, Vannon. You already know that, dog. Like, your worth ethic is amazing. And I know we're going to continue to change lives. I know we're going to continue to make a lot of money. And every month is going to be fucking amazing, Van. You're going to make that money back and way more. And brother, I have nothing for love for you, bro. Thank you for putting so much effort, for learning the strategy, and for getting guided, bro. You're amazing. All right. Juicy Diaz, you're welcome. Van, let's go ahead and finish off your 4 hour thing. Is it showing divergences yet? This right here, broski, is the divergence call, but, okay, big buts, right? That's what we like. But we see that this mountain right here is kind of short divergence, because this was divergence, but then it made a new higher high. And you know that when it makes a new higher high on the RSI, this is invalid. So it did make a short divergence call right here between this and this, right? Between this and this, but we would want to see a long divergence call. So we would want to see price do this on the 4 hour, right? Kind of go back up a little bit lower though, but kind of wiggle around and still go up higher. So same thing, bro. Same thing. Higher, lower, lower, higher. Trend line, sell. So the same thing that we're waiting on the 1 hour is the same exact thing that on the daily. that we're waiting on for the daily is the exact same, the exact same thing that we'd be wanting to wait for. All right, so the 1 hour, we're still seeing it, that it will push back down, okay? We're waiting for it to perhaps come back up for the sell on the daily. I mean, on the 1 hour, 4 hour, and then on the daily, we would want it to come back down, right? Sell to then buy. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing that sell to then buy. But on the 4 hour, it is short divergence, but I would want a longer divergence call to then sell it, to then have the buy limit buy stop, and then buy it back up. All right, gang. So, any other questions? Any other pairs before I end the live stream? I'm going to give you guys 1 minute, a whole 60 seconds for you guys to maybe let me know any last questions, any last pairs that you would want me to do an analysis on, and then we'll go ahead and end the live stream. And that'll be all for today, guys. We will be logging in tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be trying logging in from 7 in the morning to around 12:30 again. Perhaps maybe I'll log in at 8 in the morning Eastern time to 12. And that'll be it. All right. So still 60 seconds. We're going to go ahead and do NASUSD. So NASDAQ. Not quite sure if that's a crypto. Is that an altcoin? And yeah. All right. Timer. Once the timer is done, guys, 18 seconds. Any other pair, any other questions? I'll be doing NASUSD and I'll be closing out the stream. All right. I'm giving you guys a chance. Wanting to make sure that everyone gets catered to, everyone gets attended. I'll go ahead and do the last analysis, and we'll be logging in again tomorrow. Yes, NAS. So NAS, like NAS the Indices. All right, cool. Because NASUSD, I think it's an altcoin. Yeah, see? NASUSD is nebulous USD, so that's why I'm like, NASDAQ, the indices or the altcoin? Let me know, broski. Oh, NASDAQ 100? Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, that he wanted me to do NASDAQ 100, but I wasn't sure. My cat, by the way, guys. Hey, say hi. But I wasn't sure if it was the indices or the actual. Oh, NAS 100 index. Okay, cool, bro. So NAS 100, let's go ahead and do that. All right, NAS 100. So NAS 100, I think the signal was given out a pretty good long time ago. This was Friday. Friday it took off and made the gap, and right now it's going to fill in this gap on God. That's what I see happening. Why do I see the gap filling in? Because let me go ahead and zoom in so you guys are able to see very perfectly. Look at this gap right here, okay? Red and red. You see that fat ass gap? That's what I was aiming for to fill in. NAS 100 filled it in today. So what do I see it happening now? I see it going into a range and then possibly selling back down and then ping-ponging and then coming back up to new highs as usual, as what NASDAQ does per weekly, right? But this gap was very important for me because I had kind of like a confirmation that price would come back up to this area. Now, price went down, right? Price went down. What happened today? So today, September 7th at 7 in the morning, there's a lot of action, okay? 7 in the morning, it started to show divergence. It finally sold. And after it sold, it showed divergence again and bought, all right? So let me give you that analysis so that everyone's on the same page, and also you get a little bit of lesson right before I leave the live stream, okay? Just doing the most, guys. Just literally trying to, the more I repeat it to you guys, the faster and the better you guys are going to remember, and then the more monstrous you will become with the strategy, okay? Red followed by green trend line. This is under the 1 minute. So we see the divergence right here, all right, automatically being charted up for us. We manually give a manual representation. This isn't a trend line to trend line. This is a visual representation of the divergence between the RSI and my chart. This is why I draw this line right here. It's not to draw a trend line. This is a trend line. This is just a visual guidance of where the divergence started between 7:34 in the morning and where it ended at 8:28 or 8:29 in the morning Eastern time. Okay, I draw my trend line after the highest candle, red, followed by green, trend line. So after the bleed out, the recovery. Now I wait for the breakout of market. Where's the breakout of the trend line? Right here with this doji. Really tight. That was my sell right here. So today it sold because it showed divergence. It sold, right? It started to show divergence here. Then 9:30 came around, US Open. What happened during US Open? Volatility. It started to fall. Do you see, if I throw this into a line chart really quick, do you see how it's a lower low, lower low, lower low? Now let's look at this. Visual representation, right? Lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay. From here, visual representation to all the way over here. Higher low, lower low, lower low, lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Divergence. Throw this into bars. Green followed by red from our last point of resistance, which even could be grabbed right here. Throw it. So right to here. This was the lowest trading candle. Green followed by red. Trend line on the wick. Wait for the breakout. The breakout happened here. That's your buy limit. Okay, and then it bought back up. So this was already the sell. Okay, the sell. Boom. How many pips would you have caught using the divergence strategy scalping on the 1 minute? About 44 pips. Okay, beautiful. Then it showed divergence. Now it bought back up. How many pips? Around 50. What was I aiming for? For the gap. For the gap that I needed to close. I was looking for the buy to close the gap. Look at that. All right. Sorry, team. So it goes up, comes back down, shows divergence again, right? For like one more entry. Do you see this here? Okay. So it already took off. Okay. Came back down. It didn't show divergence in this area. It came back down. Now, show divergence once more time. Resistance up here. Green followed by red candle. Trend line on the wick. All right. I'm eating through a little bit of information. So let's go ahead and get the second red candle. All right. Boom. Hey, broke out again. Buy limit. All right. It would have wicked you in. And the continuation to the upside. 41 pips. So that's NASDAQ 100. Now what do I see it doing? Kind of going into a range, maybe selling back down, maybe consolidating, but continuing to the upside. Why? Because it has not closed the top of this gap yet at 15703 point something. Okay, so I still see it closing in this completely. That's what I see for NAS 100. Yeah, and that's the strategy. Literally, it's that easy. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4 over and over again. So we found divergence where? Here, sold, right? So find divergence, draw a trend line, wait for the breakout for the market execution, which would be the sell limit, then the advance entry, right? So in this situation right here, we have the sell limit here. We had the advanced entry here at this candle over here. 50%, just like I've repeated. It bopped you in. You have 2 entries now, okay? Now, let me go backwards. Now, we were looking for the buy. We have the buy right here, right? The advanced buy limit for this candle is the lowest trading candle, the red one. All right, boom. From wick to wick, 50% of this candle, that was our advance. Did it touch? No. But did the regular touch? Yes. It went up, broke, wicked in, and boom, to the upside. If it left you, right, and you weren't able to catch it, well, guess what? You're able to catch it here. Let's say you weren't bothered by, with the trend line kind of touching just the tip corner of this, which I do not follow. But again, as an more aggressive trader that I already understand what I'm doing with my divergence strategy that I created, once you grab the ropes a little bit more and you're on the ball, then maybe tipping these corners isn't that big of a deal. Now, if it was like this, that's a big deal. That's piercing through the candles. But if you're just tipping kind of the corners, that's okay. All right. Now, if you're a baby at this and you're still learning the ropes, don't fuck with it. All right. Just wait and don't ever pierce candles. That's my recommendation. Please don't take it for granted. Everything I tell you and I tell you guys on these streams is to help you. It's to change you. It's to literally guide you to the best of my ability. If not, then you feel me? I wouldn't even hop on this bitch and be wasting my voice and you feel me? All this other shit. I know how to trade. I have my premium already. All in all. So just follow my guidance. Now, the advanced entry here would have been this candle because this is the lowest trading candle with the body. So from wick to wick, guys, the 50% of this candle using your fib is right here. Okay? Did our advanced entry touch? No. But did the regular entry touch? Yes. And then it went up. All right? So that's a strategy in itself. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 indicators, 3 tips, and let's get it cracking. That's everything I have for you guys today. I hope you guys were able to grab a lot of just great information, guys. Please tune in to tomorrow's live stream, and as well, if you want to learn a little bit more, remember, this stream is recorded on my profile and it will be up for 30 days. My stream on Friday is going to be up for 30 days, which was last Friday. And on Thursday of last week, that stream is also there. I have a lot of good nuggets. I repeat the same information every single live stream. So I hope that with time, you guys continue to come back to the streams. We continue to trade together. You guys move on to our premium mentorship and we all trade together on there and we all prosper together. Much love to everyone on the stream. Much love to everyone that came by. Peace, love, and happiness. It's your boy, iJackPip /